with my friends again. I'm with all
I
of you
love it.
again. Yay! So,
Yes.
yes, thank you all so much. And Ed, please take us away as you would like to.
Well, as ever, a huge shout out to Chris Iannitti for this incredible system that we're delving into and exploring more in our second year of Hogwarts. And God damn, I practiced this earlier. Fesleyan Studios. Thank you, Fesleyan Studios, for your music and so much. I swear, maybe in year 7, I will get the name right first time. But sit back and relax and join us as we continue our in-canon continuation of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter in the second year of the 5th House, simply titled The Children of Dowerfellow, in Chapter 1, Old Friends. The Wizarding world has changed, and it will never be the same. And nor should it be, for things grow and evolve over time, becoming stronger, becoming better, becoming, simply put, more beautiful. And so it is fitting that this change, as it so often does, comes from children. Specifically, from students, from inside the walls of Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry. Now to the Muggle world, and the word Muggle here, meaning those who, despite the multitude of evidence before their eyes in the form of ghostly phenomenons, fairy circles, and very real magicians at children's parties, will almost never believe the existence of magic. The castle of Hogwarts is little more than a pile of ruins, with a sign encouraging trespassers quite emphatically to keep out. But to those in the wizarding community, it is quite different. Huge and sprawling school grounds, full of busy classrooms, ghosts, house elves, and teeming Quidditch pitches. It is a place of learning, a place where they can be themselves, a safe haven. At least it was. For centuries, it was long believed that when Hogwarts was first built, it was done so by 4 founders: Godric Gryffindor, Helga Hufflepuff, Rowena Ravenclaw, and Salazar Slytherin. And these 4 magic users stood as exemplars of the Wizarding Society. But there was a 5th founder, the architect of Hogwarts, Daedalus Dowerfellow. A man of terrible singular vision. Despite all that was entrusted to him, he deceived his fellow founders, committing an unspeakable act, and in so doing, the children of the 5th house were lost forever. All this and more was revealed by a small group of first-year students. Together, they uncovered the Founder's Tower and their attempts to conceal Daedalus's crimes. They discovered the true purpose of the Room of Requirement as the entrance to the House of Dowerfellow, and they saw the reunion of the Deathly Hallows. And within the depths of Hogwarts itself, they witnessed the prophesied return of Daedalus, even as the 5th founder was aided by one of their fathers, long thought dead. And in the months following Dowerfellow's escape, the Deathly Hallows have been taken once more and spread apart. The Elder Wand and the Resurrection Stone have been hidden away by the Ministry of Magic, and the Invisibility Cloak, rumour has it, has been placed in safe hands. And similarly, the wizarding community has been split in 2, with some decrying these revelations as little more than attempts to discredit the founders and their reputation, whilst others seek to investigate the matter further. But the world is split, and all is turmoil. The wizarding world has changed, and it will never be the same. But Hogwarts stands. And it stands for what it always has and what it always will, as long as there are those within its walls willing to make it so. It stands as a home to all who want it and to all who need it. Nothing more and nothing less. But far away from Hogwarts, on the night of the 7th of May, as the children recover from their encounter beneath the school, across the country and high above sprawling British countryside and twisting trees looms a great silver full moon, a resurrection moon. Its light shines through the trees, illuminating the thick undergrowth in a soft blue light. Owls can be heard in the woods, and the odd screech of foxes too. And in amongst the woods, atop a rocky hill, there sits an angular and broken structure. A mansion, old and dilapidated, little more than ruins, its ancient walls barely holding up its caved-in roof. But in front of it stands a diminutive and frail-looking figure. A house elf. Wearing a tattered black tailcoat jacket, he is almost impossibly ancient, with wrinkled pale skin clinging to his skeleton and his dark eyes looking almost as though they might pop out of his skull at any moment. Thin strands of white hair hang down on either side of his withered face, as do his limp and bat-like ears. And as he stands there, perfectly still, one of these ears twitches as he hears something in the night. Someone approaches the mansion, faint and blue, and floating above the ground. A gaunt and skeletal man, his austere face framed by a long beard that tapers off in two, and long, painterly fingers seem to trace the air around him even as they pass through solid matter. And as his milky white eyes take in his surroundings, he smiles. After hundreds of years, Daedalus Dowerfellow has come home. And the house elf shuffles forward.
Master, you have returned.
And you have stayed, my loyal Clotho.
I waited patiently. I evaded the founders and their spells, alone in my knowledge, knowing one day my faith would be restored. What of the Deathly Hallows, my lord?
Gone. Stolen by children. But your thrall, Zachariah, played his part. I am free. And despite all other setbacks, I was able to see my daughter.
And you are home, Master. You live.
No. You have done good work, Clotho, but live. Not yet. A plane passes overhead, and a bag knocks your leg as a mother and her child rush by, waking you from your nap. And as you open your eyes, Harley, would you like to introduce us to your character, their personal pronouns, and their appearance 1 year later?
Yes, I would love to. I gotta get her jacket on her. Oh my golly goodness. Well, my character is Dot Campbell. Campbell like the soup, but not named after the soup. And her pronouns are she, they. And she is short. I don't know how short she is, I don't know how tall a 12-year-old is, but like for a 12-year-old, she's quite short. And she has scabby little knees because she's been working a lot over the holidays, and they're covered in band-aids and bruises and all that jazz. And she has her hair done in 2 little plaits that her grandma did for her. And she is a very oh, I could be a bit louder. Oh my goodness, I will be louder indeed. And yeah, she's just a little frenetic frenetic ball and has like ginger hair like me and just like a smattering of freckles. And she's wearing double denim overalls and a denim jacket that was gifted to her by like her grandma's friend, and it definitely doesn't fit her, but she loves it.
So as you open your eyes, you hear voices as you see the owner of the bag that knocked you as they ran past. There's a small boy goes, "Is Mum here yet?" And another woman next to him goes, "Not yet, Michael. That should be the next one. Come on. And as your vision begins to clear, you take in your surroundings, looking up from the blue cushioned seats you drifted off on. And you take in the International Arrivals Gate at Heathrow Airport. Now, this is not the first time that you have been here, and it is just as busy as you remember. All around you, there are crowds of people, excited families, suited individuals carrying names with on signs. You see parties and partners waiting to be reunited, and over which the occasional announcement sounds, along with the sound of planes passing by outside, all echoing round this loud space. And walking forward, on the other side of the metal railing that bisects the room, you see people wearing bags and pushing trolleys of luggage forward, expectant smiles on their faces, and a few of them running forward to embrace those waiting for them. And as you look on, you see a woman rush forward towards the boy you saw earlier, as he is swept up by both his mothers, the three of them embracing one another. A family reunited. And as you sit there and rub your eyes a little bit, you turn to your side and you see a figure next to you. Your grandmother, Lois, wearing loose and baggy clothes, quite similar to your own, that all but envelop her quite thin limbs, her white hair tied up in a frizzy bun. And you see that she is currently reading a small green paperback bought for you over the summer. A book written by Kenilworthy Wisp called Quidditch Through the Ages. And as she flicks through it, she just looks across at you. "Well, welcome to the land of the living."
Hello, wait, which chapter are you on?
I'm only around halfway through, and I have to admit, it's proving to be most informative, though I can't pretend to understand why you would want to be involved in a sport that sees you so high up in the air, Dot.
Well, we just got off a plane, so...
Yes. Yeah. How are you, Dot? Are you well?
I'm okay. They have a bit about the Australian team in there as well. I don't know if they have one that's in Adelaide, but I figure that maybe if I ever go home, we could go see one of those ones as well, if you wanted.
Yes. Well, I'm sorry that timings didn't work out with Australia this year, but are you looking forward to seeing your friends again?
Yeah, no, I'm super excited to see Alpine, and also everyone else, of course, but I keep thinking about Alpine because Bimby has really short fur and Alpine has really long fur, Grandma, if you remember do you remember in the photos? It's like the really long hair, and I think that maybe that would trigger your allergies, but Bimby's more of a short hair cat. I looked it up, and short hair cats and long-haired cats actually feel like the exact same level of comfort, but I feel like maybe Alpine has long hair because they're from like the Highlands in Scotland, so it's like different, whereas Bimby is from like the Southlands in England, so it's like she has shorter hair.
Did not know you knew so much about cats, my love.
I'm learning.
Oh, I bought you a Sprite, by the way, while you were out.
Is it a McDonald's Sprite?
Well, I know you like your McDonald's Sprite, so there you are, yes.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
It is crunchy, isn't it? I told you.
Yes. I only had a small sip. It's very warm in here. So, Ezra should be in soon?
I tried to text him when we landed, but then I remembered, obviously, there's no reception on planes. But I've seen in movies when people are in America, they're flying, they have Wi-Fi on their phones, so I don't know what that is.
Well, we can but wait. And she just leans back and folds a page over and just places it next to her. And as you sit there looking around, a sound can be heard from nearby. From a nearby supply closet, you hear a bump and something topple over inside, almost like brooms and bottles clattering to the floor. And then suddenly, without warning, two individuals topple out, almost one on top of the other. And both of them appear to be holding on to what looks to be an old paint can. One of the figures is a relatively short older man wearing a grey suit and large glasses balanced on the end of a pencil-like nose. And while you recognize him almost immediately as Alistair Slughorn, it is the second individual who you recognize most. Bella, would you like to introduce us to your character, their personal pronouns, and their appearance 1 year later?
So I'm V. My name is Violet, but I go by V, just the letter V. She looks exactly the same, has the same haircut, maybe a couple more scabs and bruises from playing outside. Her pronouns are she, her, and yeah.
Whatever. Bestest.
So V, as you fall out of this very, very dark closet and down, and a number of brooms fall around you as your father just lies sprawled next to you, both of you hanging onto this paint can. Dot, you see off in the corner a janitor just pushing a trolley, looking across and, Hey mate, that's a locked closet, you're not allowed in there. And Alistair just stands up and, apologies, we thought it was, and he turns and immediately, like, sees you, Dot, and just gives a little start and, we thought it was the, and Lois just, the toilet, they were looking for the toilet.
How long were you keeping V in the broom closet to
We were
surprise
not
me?
looking for the toilet.
Why
would I poop in there?
Sweetie, please, we'll deal with the brooms. And he
V,
just
thank
sort
you
of,
for surprising me. I'm sorry that your dad kept you in a closet.
Yeah, I don't really like him, even though he has my blood. I really missed you, Dot.
I missed you and your weird blood stuff too, V.
How's Bimby? What did you do?
Bimby's good. Bimby had to fly a day ahead of us because she had to get on a different flight, but we were on the same one, so she should be in like a quarantine area or a cat hotel thing somewhere. I think my grandma sorted it out, but Bimby's really good. And she is a little bit further off the ground now.
Whoa.
Violet, would you please give Dad the port key, please?
Okay, here, whatever. Just
You have a
it.
ship?
What? Sorry?
You have a ship?
We have a paint can.
You said port key. You have a key to like a whole side of the port? Like your Sydney key?
No. It's a enchanted item that allows you to move from point A to point B with And he looks
But he
at the
wants
closet.
a boat. My dad wants a boat, but his friend can't afford a boat, but we can't, and he always says that he's still more handsome than his friend. But
Yes, all right,
My
sweetie.
Aunt
all
Lois
right.
has a friend that says if people have boats, they should give all their money away to everybody else. So maybe it's a good thing you don't have a boat.
Yeah, but my dad wants it, but we have a paint can. You can ride it with us sometime.
Could I? And she like leans her hand out to try and like grab it.
It's one use only. I'm just not sure where to do they have bins in this place?
Yeah, and Dot gestures to like one of the clear like rubbish bags that's like way down the end of the hall.
You see Alistair just sort of walk, and you see the janitor in the middle of the space, still like looking at this besuited man as he just carries this rusty paint can just across to the other side of the room and just drops it in and thank you very much. And comes back to you. So, is this how muggles fly?
In a plane, yeah.
Interesting.
Shoes in the sky, like
It's-
like the sports.
Yeah, it's really nice. They like have a bunch of seats like a train, and they give you like kind of okay like Thai curry halfway, and they give you waffles in the morning, and you don't have to sit inside of a closet.
We only just arrived, and we haven't been there for Lois, how are you? And he just moves aside, leaving the two of you together as he and Lois catch up behind you.
Where's Bunny?
Right here. Why would you? She's always with me, and she's growing
She like
stronger.
blends into your sweater a little bit like a
She's
chameleon.
been croaking every night. You'll hear a lot of croaks because she's getting so big.
Oh, is she
She's
gonna get
getting
bigger every
louder.
year? What happened?
I hope so. I hope she is as big as a elephant one day, but hopefully as big as a Earth or planet maybe someday.
Bimbi's
we
just
could
a little
say
further off
goodbye.
the ground.
Yeah, well, hopefully they get bigger, because bigger things are cool. Do you think Hagrid's there?
At school?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, unless he got fired, and then I guess you wouldn't really want him at this school.
He's big. He's so...
Yeah.
So,
and he
where
has that
do you...
little niffler.
Where,
I like the niffler.
where's Magnus?
I don't remember. I think I didn't really see Magnus much. Like I was in Scotland, but I was in like the other half of Scotland, and apparently it's big, so I didn't actually get to see him.
Aw.
Yeah, I think.
Well, now we can all hang out again.
Yeah, we're gonna hang out for a school year. So.
Almost as if on cue, there is a voice from further on down the arrivals hall as you just hear, Lois! Lois! Oh, thank God. And over the heads of the crowd, you see a waving arm attached to a familiar-looking figure with long, sand-coloured hair, wearing a tweed jacket and a floor-length skirt. It is Myreed Lennox, and next to her strides the rather stern silhouette of her husband, Callum, his brown moustache bristling over his mouth like a sleeping caterpillar. And as they walk forward, you see two others by their side. Mika, would you like to introduce us to your character, their personal pronouns, and their appearance 1 year later?
Yeah, of course. Magnus is now... Oh, dogs are barking right now. That's fun. It's like my fire alarm now. Magnus is now 12 years old, and he's grown quite a lot taller, if that's even possible. He's like probably taller than both of his parents at this point as a 12-year-old. And he's got a little bit of peach fuzz on his top lip.
Oh, buddy.
Oh my God.
And it's like uneven as well. Like it's not
It's,
like
like,
all one
super
solid.
uneven.
Yeah.
But he's also Scottish, so it's like red as well.
Oh my God.
His beard's gonna be red. And he goes by he, they. He's starting to lean more towards they, but he still goes by he primarily, just because that's what he's always gone by. But I think he's gonna make the switch. And his hair is much longer, like unnaturally longer, almost twice as long as it was the last time you saw him, which hair doesn't grow that fast normally, but there's probably an explanation there. Who
Galt's
knows?
gonna like elbow V a little bit and be like, "There's a really pretty girl with," and like, cause like her glasses like aren't on properly. They've been on. It's just from a distance. Like she can just see the hair.
Whoa, I didn't know Magnus was a girl.
The Magnus isn't a girl.
Well, you're saying that you see that's Magnus. That so Magnus
Oh, the
is
hair is
boy.
so long. Oh, I thought they were a pretty girl, but they're just a pretty. That's I don't know how they grew their hair that fast.
Why don't we go ask?
Okay.
As Magnus steps forward, very, very tall, an altogether smaller figure comes out from behind. And Sam, would you like to introduce your character, their personal pronouns, and their appearance 1 year later?
Yeah, first things first, how's my audio, chat? Because I always have issues.
Oh yeah,
I just
Sam's
wanna
always a
know.
little bit quiet.
Yeah, every single session it's been an issue. So how's it coming across on stream?
It seems good.
Is it good?
Seems good.
Sweet, let's go. All right, so my character is Sissel Anya. Her pronouns are she, her. She has not grown an inch, but her hair has. So any length that she would have gotten in height has gone to her hair, which is a natural growth length. So we've got that going for us. She kind of looks a little bit more happy this year than she did last year because she's got friends this year, and that's pretty dope. So
Also, can we
yeah.
appreciate Sam's wig? Sorry, that Sam like customized as well, as far as I'm aware.
It's so good.
It looks really
oh yeah,
good.
it was as long as Magnus's. And this morning we're like chopping at it and giving it. We gave it layers. like any of us.
Also, sorry,
You-
Ed, the chaos bar got filled again. Just so there's 2 chaos bars.
3 times?
No,
Oh.
no, so it's 2. We
Oh,
never told
twice,
Ed about
twice.
the second one. So yeah,
Gotcha.
heads up, Ed. But sorry,
Okay.
can you
Okay.
continue,
It'd be great if
Sam
we
and
filled
Miko?
it a third time, and then
Wild.
we could tell Ed we tripled it. Wouldn't that be great?
Okay. Okay, I have an idea. Okay, right, so as the two of you walk forward, you see Magnus, your mother, just walk forward towards Lois, and thank God we found you. We've completely forgotten how these places work. And Callum just, it's amazing what you forget after so much time. It's so nice to see you, Lois. And you see the adults just begin to mingle as Magnus and Sissel, you both walk forward towards your friends.
Why is everyone waiting around here? Like, people look like they're sleeping over there on those chairs.
They're just English. It's okay.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, they're just like happy to like sit around and wait for stuff to happen instead of like I don't know,
But why are
yelling
you
at everyone.
waiting?
Well, they're gonna get on a plane, probably.
Why do you have to wait? How much time do you spend waiting for planes? This is an acceptable mode of travel for you?
It's like 4 hours, and then you're on the plane for
4
like 7
hours?
hours.
That's so long.
Yeah.
What?
Well, how do you
just
travel?
take the flu network?
The flu network.
Yeah,
or we take
it's
a portkey,
instant.
or if your parents have introduced you to apparition, but that's kind
My
of
parents don't talk to me,
painful.
and also don't do magic. So,
Wow.
did you forget
Right.
that I was Muggle-born?
No. I meant
I didn't forget your muggle. I can tell.
I was sorry. I was talking in hypothetical.
So, hi, friends. How have you been? It's good to see you again.
Yeah, I've been good. Me and V were just talking about Bunny and Hagrid.
How? Oh. About Hagrid, have you talked to him?
Because he's just so
Yeah.
big. But no, I haven't talked to him.
V was
I-
just checking if he was still gonna be at school.
I was just
I
curious.
think he would be.
I think he would be
That's-
too, unless he got fired.
Why would he get fired?
Well, maybe he like I don't know, ate one of the animals or something.
I mean, don't we all eat animals?
I don't.
Okay.
You're Terry.
But, I mean, I feel like a lot of us are being expelled at this point.
Well, not me.
Where's
Okay.
Ezra?
Yeah, where is Ezra?
I assume we're waiting 4 hours for him.
I miss Ezra.
Everyone else is here. V.
Yeah, but I made him so many tries.
I'm sure I could just ask my mom to like apparate on the plane and then grab him and then
No!
apparate back.
They would freak
Sounds
out.
dangerous.
That's a great idea.
And don't they turn the lights off or something?
At nighttime, yeah, and then they give you like a blanket and earplugs, and you can sleep, and it's nice.
But then we wouldn't have to wait. We could go get some food. I'm really hungry.
I'm so hungry. Let's go and eat something.
As you're stood there, 2 more figures join you from a little behind. 2 16-year-old boys. One is tall and muscular with a handsome face and close-cropped sandy hair, and now is actually around the same height as his brother, Magnus, while the other is a little leaner. The spitting image of Sissel with red hair and a freckled face. And as Ian Lennox and Shannon Anya approach, Shannon just looks at all of you and just throws his arms open. Hey! Everyone! Are we doing hugs?
Dot does
Yeah,
a big
we
hug.
have hugs.
Dot jumps in for a
So,
hug.
like, dives in.
How's
Probably, like,
everyone-
bonking heads with Dot, like, ah, sorry.
Sorry. I like your
how's-
hair.
Oh, thank you very
No,
much.
I was talking to Sissel because we bumped heads just then.
Yeah,
Oh.
Shannon.
Sorry,
Yeah,
It's
Shannon.
not always
I'm
about
sorry,
you, know
I didn't mean to step
You're
on
so
the moment.
confident.
Well, you
Thank
know
you,
me.
Dot.
How's everyone doing? Are we looking forward to our first Quidditch tournament?
Yes. How are we getting there? Because Magnus really doesn't seem to want to get a plane.
We I'll show you. I think you might. And Ian just sort of nudges him, and yeah, no, I think you'll all enjoy it. I think.
You have to check with my grandma if it's okay first.
Well, it's quick. It's quick.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, well, the one time that I wanted to make sausage rolls by hand would have been really quick as well. My grandma wouldn't let me, so you have to check with her if it would be okay first.
All right,
So I
fine.
don't want to get in trouble because of you guys.
So how do you all like Magnus's hair? It's quite nice, isn't it?
He's gonna elbow Ian.
No, no. I said it was good. I said it was nice.
Shut it.
Have you
Shut
tried
it,
braiding
Ragnar.
it?
Oh yeah. I do it when I'm bored.
You look like Legolas like
It's so
that.
nice.
It's so long. Did you glue extra hair
I look
on?
like legs.
Legolas.
I think she said like this.
No, Legolas. He's a
You
character.
look legless.
90% legs, Dot.
He's a character, okay? And like everybody in my class had a crush on him when we watched it in English, so you should be flattered. If you hung out with me on break, we could watch it sometime.
I invited you.
Yeah,
to
but I
come.
was in... And I lean over to Lois and like, how do you pronounce the place that we were in Scotland?
As you lean across, you just see Lois just kind of in quite intense conversation with Myreed and the other adults. Just one moment, Dot. Sorry. So she's not. No, they're not. Not at the moment. I'll fill you in on the journey. But children, and Myrene turns around to all of you. I received a message from Shoshana, Ezra's mum. Their flight has been delayed, but they will. They're hopefully going to be here within the next day or so. So unfortunately, Ezra will be missing out on the Quidditch tournament. But they're all right though. But both of them are fine. It's just and you see her just cast quite a concerned look at the other three. It's just a delayed flight, is all.
Does Ezra still have their phone? Because I could just text her pictures.
Yes, no, I'm sure they do. Yes, text away.
Text
Do
Ezra.
you want to
Text
take a
Ezra.
picture of all of us?
Yes, let's do that.
Okay. And like Sissel doesn't know what to do, so she's just like kind of shuffling behind you.
Okay, wait, I don't have a very... Okay,
Magnus.
Magnus, do you know how to take a photo on a phone?
Teach him.
Because you're the tallest. Okay, so you have to like hold it by the bottom and like Dot like opens up the camera app and just like puts it in Magnus's hands, like moves his fingers like over where they should be. And then you're just gonna tap that when I tell you to, okay?
Like this? With my other hand?
No, with the same hand. Just with the finger.
How's
Yeah.
your hand so flexible? How are you doing that?
I don't know, you have bigger hands than me and I can
How
do
do you
it.
get that over there? And
You
then how do you
just-
hold it out so everyone can see?
You just...
Like
Grandma!
Yes, Dot.
Can you take a photo of us, please?
Oh yes, of course I can.
Will we move for these photos?
No, you just
Why
stay
don't
really
you
still.
just charm the phone to hold itself
You just,
up?
Magnus, you just gotta stay really still and smile, okay?
So what's my pressing, Dot, again?
You press the big circle.
Oh no, that's me. There we go. Right, and
Okay,
there we go.
thank you. Let me have a look. And I don't like grabs it immediately and just has a look.
It's fine. Like it's a little bit blurry, and you can see that Sissel is just like blinking, but like it's a nice photo.
Dot like gets the camera and like shows it, like gets the photo and shows it to everybody. See, so now.
Oh, my eyelids look great. I hope Ezra
So
likes
it
them.
doesn't move. It's
Well, if you
just-
hold it down, if you have a newer fancy iPhone, if you hold it down, it moves. Mine don't, but
That's okay.
yeah, I'm
It's
just gonna text
the
it to
thought that
Ezra so that
counts.
she can see us hanging out.
Shannon just turns to all of you and, right. Well, if we're not waiting for Ezra, are we all ready?
Yes. Yeah.
And my reads just, Shannon, are we sure this is a good idea for some? I mean, the first time traveling can be quite, and
Is Bunny gonna be okay?
Oh yeah, no, Bunny will be fine. Mum, it's fine. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's the quickest way of getting there. So, if everyone wants to follow outside, and Shannon and I will, we'll show you. Well, come, and you see them start to make their way out of the arrivals gate of Heathrow Airport and out into the outside world.
Sissel follows closely behind Shannon.
Okay. So, as you all step out, you find yourself, there is a large bank of cars in a perfect semicircle, very tightly packed. There are lots of taxis and there are lots of people moving to and fro. And Magnus and V and Sissel, as you step out, you are alarmed once more by another jet engine just flying overhead. They are huge and they are very, very, very loud. But as the adults follow and Shannon and Ian just stop out front, Shannon just turns to you, Dot, and just says, Dot, would you like to do the honors?
What am I doing?
So just stick your hand out like you're hailing a cab. And suddenly there is a horrific screech of rubber on tarmac as seemingly from out of nowhere, a vehicle appears in front of you. A large purple triple-decker bus stands next to the pavement of Heathrow Airport with tatty curtains hanging inside dusty windows. And you swear that inside you see a large chandelier hanging down within. And stood on the back step, wearing a tatty purple uniform and hat with a ticket machine slung loosely around his neck, you see a somewhat gangly-looking individual with spotty skin and a rather pronounced nose. And emblazoned on the vehicle's front, you see the black and white sign that reads Night Bus.
Do I put my arm down?
If we just talk to this guy. Hi, and before Shannon can finish speaking, the man on back goes, Hello, welcome to the Night Bus. My name is Stanley Shumpike. I will be your conductor for the day. Tickets are 11 shekels per person. And sorry, we already have tickets booked under the name of Oliver Wood. We should. Well, why didn't you say so? Come along, up you come. And he just stands to one side and ushers you in. And Shannon just turns to you all. Right, so, hop on board.
On board.
Call third floor. I wanna sit on top.
I do too!
Me too. I want to see up there.
Okay.
I decidedly do not. I will stay on the ground floor of the bus, I think.
Grandma, where do you want to go?
And as you step in, you are met with a fairly cramped and claustrophobic space. There are seats that lie scattered about in a very literal sense. And as you walk forward, you see that not a one is bolted down in place. And looking up, you see a further 2 floors of seating banks, the chandelier hanging down the center. And where the driver's seat should be, and Lois sort of does a little bit of a double take, there is a weather-beaten armchair, inside of which sits a fairly old-looking man with large magnifying glass spectacles who turns round and... and Lois just, I think I will stay close to you, Dot, dearie, if that's all right.
Okay, I'm gonna go upstairs with everyone else, though. But you can come.
Upstairs it is. And she starts to ascend the stairs as Stanley Shunpike just watches you all. And this is where the Chaos Bar is going to take effect. As you get to the top, so the first one was the scene earlier with Daedalus, which was from a later episode. This, as you ascend the steps, Dot, and you come up to the top, you see just at the front of the bus, sort of leaning on the edges and looking out the window, a very small figure with big flappy ears and a hat perched precariously on their head. And as they turn around, Dot Campbell! Magnus Lennox! And he just jumps down. Batty is so pleased to see you! And he just starts walking forward and, oh, Batty was on holiday. Batty didn't expect to see any students from Hogwarts. Hello.
Hi, Batty.
How are you?
I'm good.
I really
haven't.
missed your cooking over the summer.
Oh,
Me too.
Magnus Lennox is too kind. Oh, how do you like Batty's new hat? Batty bought it yesterday.
What does Batty's hat look like?
It's like a very large bowler hat, and as he like looks at you, it just sort of bloop, just past his ears, and he just needs to like, oh, there we go.
You look so cool. You look like one of the guys from like the old-fashioned times.
Oh, I love the old-fashioned times. Oh.
You got
The
some
scat?
new moves there, Batty. Well, you got some new moves there.
Yeah, I've been practicing. I've been on holiday.
Where did you go?
I went to Soho.
Someone please clip that. Soho,
Yeah, I saw my friend Multi.
you'll have to teach me how to get down like that when we come get our midnight snacks. Don't tell anyone else though.
Oh, no! And he just taps his little nose. And as he does so, Lois comes up and, oh, hello, you know this individual?
Oh, yeah, this is Batty. Batty's a house elf. That means that they do a lot of like chores and cooking at Hogwarts, and Batty lets us sneak into the kitchen sometimes and take the. It's my grandma. Batty lets us sneak into the kitchen sometimes and have food.
Batty does, but Batty's paid very, very well. I can excuse it. Oh, all right. Well, and as you're standing there, you just hear a noise from down below. Right, are we all on board?
Take a seat.
Yes.
Shannon just goes, yeah, I'd sit down if I were you now.
Dot sits.
All
right.
I'm gonna try to find a seat with leg room.
Keyword try. Roll to see if you're gonna see the
As you are looking, Magnus, you just hear from down below, let's go then! And I would like everyone to make a tough it out roll.
Oh, no!
Please.
Body.
As the ignition starts and the bus rockets off.
Is that 2d6 plus our body?
Plus body, yep.
Okay.
I swear Ed hates me.
What did you get,
I
Mika?
got a 5.
Mine is a 0.
Go, Cesar! Sam, you got not 12.
Ain't no pain this time.
So,
I got a 7.
Let me see if I can remember how this works. So,
I'm so happy for Sam.
That's all I'm gonna get the rest of the season.
So, as the bus just moves forward and you are all just flung backwards, Scott, you find yourself just falling back into one of the seats as it just careens across the coach and you just fly backwards. Sissel, you just manage to stay very, very still as you just see Shannon over to one side doing the same, just holding onto a nearby curtain and just, it's fun! And, Magnus and V, you are flung backwards as one, and both your heads just thwack against the back of the coach as you both fall down to the ground, and you both are both injured, so -2 to body, as you just fall down to the ground, as it just, you slowly begin to get a sense of like how fast this thing is moving to the point that you are able to get up, but it is rocketing through, and you can just see traffic and buildings just flying by on either side, and out front you can see that Batty is just stood on the front chair just screaming with delight as his ears just fly backwards. The parents look altogether less thrilled at this, and you can see that down below, your father V is just oh my god, oh my god, and Myreed and Callum are up on the top deck, sat next to Lois, who is Dot, are you all right?
Yep, I'm super good.
Oh, good, and it is just flying forward. The journey, all in all, takes around half an hour, I would say, as you become more accustomed to the wildly fast bus. Are there any conversations that you would like to try and have over the course of the journey?
Backtracking a little bit, when Magnus flew back, I think he screamed and his voice cracked like really embarrassingly as he hit the glass. So he's not going to be talkative because he's going to be like, everyone heard my puberty, but cracks, no.
Sissel's going to like kind of shuffle seats to like scooch next to Violet and be like, hey, V, I know Ezra's not here with us and y'all are really close and Quidditch isn't your favorite thing, so if you want to sit next to me at the tournament.
Thanks, Sissel.
Of course.
I just hit my head from the car and my brain hurts really bad and I feel really dizzy, so...
Sissel wants to like grab her head and go on top of it.
Thank you. I wish my parents did that for me one time.
One time. Once.
I'm here to do it for you. I'll kiss your forehead anytime.
Thanks, Sissel. And Ezra will be back, right? Sometime?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
I don't know what a delayed flight is, but I don't know why they
Yeah, I just
typically
miss
network,
them.
but it's fine. We'll figure it out.
Thank you so much. Also, did you hear Magnus sounds really squeaky? Did they do a spell on themselves?
No, Magnus, according to Shannon, Magnus is going through something.
Yeah, with the weird
right now.
hair thing that they glued to their head.
I don't even think it's the hair. I think it's just a
Magnus,
bodily
We're
thing.
gonna fix Magnus and make them feel better again. Fix their voice. We'll do spell on their voice and fix all the weird sounds.
It might be best left not doing spells on
Okay, yeah, we'll
Magnus's
do it
voice.
secretly. We'll do it secretly. Maybe.
She's gonna put her arm around me and be like, yeah, secretly.
I can't wait for this year's school.
Me too.
As you're sat there, Dot, you see that Shannon and Ian are sort of sat together, fairly deep in conversation, but sort of standing up and just navigating his way across. Shannon just comes and sits next to one of the spiraling seats next to you and sort of settling himself down, just goes, hey, how are you? How was summer?
It was okay. I went to you all right?
Yeah, no, I'm good. Just I got a swivelly chair.
Oh, okay. No, it was good. I went to Scotland and I went to Northern Ireland a little bit, and I went to Cornwall because my grandma took me all around and we hung out with her friends. I did a lot of work and I got to see lots of fields and eat lots of potato mash everywhere, and it was good. Good.
So you've I just looks over in the direction of the others. Like I know the others have seen, a quite a bit of one another. Have you had a chance to see anyone, or?
No, and I didn't really know how to send letters to anybody because I don't know. I thought maybe they would send me a letter, but then I realized that I was at all different places, so it doesn't make any sense. But yeah, but
Okay.
I guess at my old school, sometimes my teachers would say that it's good for people to have like a break from me for sometimes. So maybe it's like good if I just didn't hang out with them and then we go back to school and then.
Well, speaking personally, I can't speak for other people, but this trip and this tournament, and specifically you getting to experience it for the first time, is literally all that's been getting me through the summer. I'm honestly, Dot, you're gonna love it. It's so.
I didn't get to do any Quidditch stuff the whole summer, but I did get a broom when I was in Scotland, and I practiced walking around with it.
Amazing. Great. Well, I obviously I'm not going to be in charge of picking the team, but I know Sarah, and as Slytherin captain, I genuinely think she'd be an idiot if she didn't take you on board.
Well, don't tell her to pick me just because I'm like
I'm not going to. The
Okay.
merits of you are like honestly.
Okay.
Dot, you're going to be great. Okay.
I'm gonna go for Seeker.
Nice. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I can see that. Have you heard from Ezra at all?
Yeah, I've been texting her over the break a little bit, and we sent pictures and stuff because the others don't have phones, but Ezra, I can just like text them, and I just sent them a selfie of us at the airport, and then she checks her phone to see if Ezra texted back.
Nothing.
But yeah, they could be somewhere with like no reception or something. I don't know, but
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. After everything, last year, like I know my mum's, tried to keep in contact, and I know my Reed. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm just hoping we can hear from them soon.
Ezra will bounce back. And she
Yeah.
says that in the way of like, you've heard adults say like, you'll bounce back. And she's just like, they will bounce back. That's the thing that adults say, right? Bounce back.
Yeah. And he just, okay, well, I just need to have a word with Ian about something, but yeah, it's good to see you though, Doc. Really, I really mean that. It's good to see you.
It's good
It's
to see
okay.
you too.
Okay, I'll see you in a bit. And he stands and just, oh, okay, yeah, there we go. And just makes his way back across to Ian. And as the journey continues, you see that the adults towards the back, joined now by Alistair, who has made his way, after numerous failed attempts up to the top level, are all sat towards the back. And much in the same way as you saw at the airport, seem deep in conversation. Sort of as hushed as they can be under the noise of the bus rushing through England. And as it does so, it moves from urban environments until eventually, as the day wears on, it comes to open fields as sun begins to set across fields and woods as the outskirts of London give way to British countryside. Orange light streams through the coach windows as you drive until eventually it comes to a very, very, very abrupt stop. Can everyone make another tough it out roll for me,
Oh,
please?
no.
All right, I
So
got
we
a
have
good
to
one.
do -2 to the body.
Unfortunately, yes, sorry.
Oh. Oh. Sam, what'd you get,
I mean,
bestie?
-3.
I got an 8! Oh no, but it is progressively going lower. Quidditch chance might be painful.
Oh, no.
9!
So, as
Sick.
it stops once more, Sissel, again, you just managed to hold yourself, and Dot, now used to the rhythms of the coach, you again just sort of steady yourself. But Magnus and V, you just, as you did to the back of the coach, so it is at the front, as you just find yourself squished against the window. As Patty just looks at both of you and, oh, are you okay? And you both you are dazed. You take -2
Oh
to
my
mind
god!
as you just slide down the window. And you just hear Alistair at the back muttering, I can't imagine anyone believing this is a safe way to travel. All right, okay, I'm stepping out. Thank you, Mr. Steerpike. Shampike. My name's Mr. Shampike. And yeah, thank you very much. And he begins to step off the coach. What are the rest of you doing?
Since V, I'm assuming, is like
Yeah,
flown in front
I'm
of me.
holding my head with both of my
Yeah.
hands, and I'm like
gonna, like-
barely able to walk. And I'm
I'm
like,
like getting up and running to her, and I'm like, oh
I'm
no.
really like,
And I'm gonna like link
everything's
arms with her.
going.
It's okay. Here, let me help you off the bus.
I already
I'm gonna
Is
lead her
V
off the
okay?
bus.
My brain's
don't think
melting.
so.
I'm pretty sure I can feel it disintegrating inside.
Why don't they have
gonna
helmets
stop.
in this bus?
I need a
Uh,
helmet.
Well,
Is the bus gonna stop anytime soon?
Magnus,
I
it
thought
stopped
this would
already.
be
And Dot
fun.
like
Shannon,
puts
can you
her
help me,
hand on like the
Magnus?
forearm.
I thought this would be fun.
Sizzle asked Shannon to help with Magnus.
Shannon just, hey, come on, bud.
And
Yeah,
I'm like leading
come on.
V. Come on, V.
As she's getting off, Dot says to Stanley, it's like, you should really have helmets for this bus.
Yeah, we'll consider it. Maybe an extra cost. Maybe. To the rest of you, lovely to have you on board. I'll be your conductor. Send a review to the prophet. Recommend to your friends. Yada yada yada. Remember the night bus for your travelling needs. All right, Ernie, let's go. And there is another. As
This is gonna do like a delayed wave, like.
and it just flies off as leaves just fly up all around it, leaving all of you stood there by the side of the road. And fields surround you for miles, bathed in orange light, and all is silent. As a soft breeze lazily lilts against the grass all around you, your shadows stretching long into the distance. And Shannon just turns around to all of you. Right. Here we are.
Yeah.
Cool.
Where is everything?
Tib said that this should be the spot, and you just see Ian leaning against a nearby fence. All right, Tib said that, did he? Yeah.
I'm gonna look at Magnus.
If we just keep walking, and he just starts to step out into the field, it should be just about...
Is Ezra's plane landing here?
Shannon disappears.
Shannon?
Did you?
I want to walk forward to where Shannon was. I'm still leading V though. V's like linked in my arm.
As you do so, you hear Lois just behind you go, was he meant to do that? And as you step forward, you see a slight shimmer in the air in front of you.
I want to turn around and be like, oh, I think this is where we're supposed to go.
Like the 9 3/4? Is it like
it's
that?
hidden. No, I think it's hidden from Muggles. That way, we are able to experience this with magic.
Oh, so it's like 9
But we're not
3/4 where
Muggles.
like you go.
Yeah. Can I like stick my arm through and it like just like pull it out?
You do. As you just push your hand forward, it is very, very cold. It is like placing your hand in ice cold water. But as you do so, you notice that as the sensation creeps up your arm, it just pops out of existence until you are just there, sort of elbow deep in nothingness.
Well, I'd like to have my body fully intact, so I'm gonna go through, but
Okay.
y'all should come too, and I want to pull V with me, if V's
Don't-
okay. V, are you ready to
Where, where are we going? Just take me around.
Okay,
I'm
I pull her with me. I'll see you on
I
the
ate
other
so many
side.
bugs this summer.
Yeah.
Dot
I'm like patting her on the back, bringing her through.
Dot turns to Magnus and is like, okay, do you want to come through with me? Can you see where they went?
I want to go home.
Are you okay?
My head hurts and my voice cracked in front of everyone. I'm not having a good day.
Okay, well, I think your voice sounds fine. And if you want, I have... And Dot's gonna grab a Band-Aid out of her, like, little pocket, because she carries them with her, like, all the time. And just give it to Magnus for, like, a cut on his forehead or whatever they have. If you want.
Oh,
Yeah.
Thank you for the Band-Aid.
And
No worries, Jamie from Outlander. Anything for you.
Ian just walks forward, and it's like, I mean, if it's any consolation, Magnus, I thought you sounded so impressive on the coach.
Shove him through the barrier.
Does giving Magnus a Band-Aid count as treating their wounds?
Yeah, go on.
Good.
man. Yeah,
Get rid of
I'd
the
say
injured
so.
status, Mika. I got you. Me and my little... Also, the Band-Aid has, like, Aladdin on it.
Oh, cute.
So as your friends disappear and as Ian is pushed into the bubble, and the adults tentatively make their way forward, Dot and Magnus, are you following?
Yeah, once Magnus has the band-aid affixed to their forehead, I would help them through. Yeah.
Okay. So, stepping forward, you feel a strange sensation like walking through a giant bubble. Sound becomes muffled and your movements labored until eventually, with a bright pop, light fills your eyes. And it takes you a moment to adjust. But as you do, you see ahead of you not only your friends, but beyond them, a cacophony of colour and sound. The celebrations of the British and Irish Quidditch League. And all around you, there are tents and stalls. You see scarves and woolly hats in a variety of team colours hanging out, many of which fly through the air and place themselves on unsuspecting passers-by. You see toffee apples and sweets and assortments of snacks all laid out, with small magical scoops poised over floating brown bags. You see signed photos on display of various players, many of whom smile and wink as they fly off into the distance before arching back around. And you even see in the distance Weasley's Wizard Wheezes have a presence here, as a small localized fireworks and bubbles fly up around a stall that is designed to look like a mechanical man slowly closing and opening up a mechanical orange coat, with new products appearing with each reveal. And in between these stalls, you see a huge crowd of witches and wizards swarming forwards as owls and other flying creatures populate the sky above. And beyond this, towering in the distance, you see the stadium itself. A huge structure dwarfing the one that stands outside Hogwarts. It is easily 10 stories tall and as wide and as long as a cruise ship. And a fleet of flags flies above its oval surface, whipping in the breeze as bright lights shine up to the sky from within, illuminating the clouds themselves. And from within, you hear hundreds, maybe even thousands of whoops and hollers. And all of this lies before you, hidden from the outside world, as the sun slowly begins to set in the distance.
Can I go to the Weasley's Wizarding Wheezes thing? Because I'm looking at the shop list on the rule book.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. So as you walk forward, there are a number of different stalls that pass you, and if there is anything that anyone wants to do while in this marketplace, please do shout up. But as you walk forward, you see the stall ahead of you just opening up and closing as the head above just gazes from side to side. And you see around it a large throng of individuals, very young for the most part, just looking up at an individual who stands in front of them. He's very tall and wears a bright purple pinstripe suit with a green shirt, complementing the shock of red hair that stands like a static fireplace above his head. And he is currently demonstrating what looks to be a mask in his hand as he looks at the assembled children present. And as he looks from side to side, you notice that he is missing an ear. Line up, and be sure not to miss out on the latest gizmo, the mirror mask. I'm over here. Or am I? And he turns to one side, and you see from behind the stall a perfect mirror image of this man walks forward. Need a useful alibi? You'll need a perfect duplicate of yourself in 5 minutes, though I warn you now, they're not very stable. And he just passes his hand through the individual, who is currently sitting down behind the stall, and places their feet up, and he goes, "Hey, feet off the table!" And the duplicate goes, "Feet off the table!" And it turns and goes, "Oh, yes," and it talks as well. So, feel free to, and immediately children swarm forward. He's like, all right, it's 10 guns apiece. Feel free to grab whatever you'd like. And they're all swarming forward as he just sort of hands out these boxes to the individuals around him. And taking off the mask, you see him just look very briefly at the duplicate that just disappears into thin air before he just smiles and sees you behind and, hello, a prospective customer, I see.
Hi, I have a list of things that I would like, please.
Yes, of course. What would you like?
I would like, Fred Weasley's basic blaze box.
All right.
And my name's Dot. I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name is George. George Weasley.
Okay. Hi, George. Yeah, I'll have Fred Weasley's basic blaze box, and could I have that mask thing? And could I also get your weirdest pygmy puff?
Weirdest pygmy puff. How weird are we talking?
Well, I have a friend, and she's really obsessed with a frog, and she calls it Bunny, and it's just like, I feel like she would like a weird one. Like one that's like the wrong color, or it's like the wrong shape or something, because then it would be like extra special. So if you have any ones that are like mutants.
Well, I've got one that has absolutely no pigment at all. It's shock white and very, very pink eyes.
Yes! Can I have that one, please?
Yeah, no, of course you can. So where you come from is Australian accent, right?
Yes, I'm from Sydney in Australia.
Oh, lovely. We're looking to set up a shop over there at some point, so maybe you can tell us where the good spots are.
Yes, you should do that. Just not Perth, because nothing really happens there. Sorry.
Oh, not Perth. Okay. Lovely. Well, yeah, you can grab all of those, and yeah, that'll set you back. I don't actually have the list in front of me, so I don't know how much that will set you back.
So Pygmy Puff is not listed as it says NA. The Fred box is a galleon, and you said 10 galleons for the mask thing. So I guess 11 galleons plus the Pygmy Puff.
Plus maybe 4 galleons. So yeah.
Okay. I have quite a lot of money because Dot worked over the summer, and we rolled for money, and now Dot is loaded, chat. So I have that. Okay.
And the rest of you, as Dot is visiting Weasley's Wizard Wheezes, is there anything that the rest of you would like to do?
Quickly, I already communicated this with Ed and V, but just so the public knows, Sissel, whenever she kissed V's forehead, it healed her condition. Because, you know, kiss your boo-boos.
Yeah, kiss your boo-boos better.
Yeah.
Kisses. I'm
Healing kisses.
As you're walking forward, V, you just suddenly feel your hand just taken, and looking to one side, you just see your father standing next to you as he just takes your hand and, all right, stay close. There's a lot of people. Don't want you getting lost.
You don't have to hold my hand anymore. I'm with my friends.
That is precisely what I am worried about, Violet.
Sissel noticed V
Why?
left her arm, and she's like, oh.
They're more normal than me. You would like them if they were your kids. More than me. So let me hang out with them.
Well, it's not a case of normalcy. It is a case of obedience, Violet. That is something that
I'm
has
so
been.
tired of you saying obedience. I don't like that word. Stop.
Look, Violet, please. And as you stand there, Violet, you hear a strange scratching sound behind you. And you see Alistair just look up as there is a... And as you turn around, you see the source of this odd noise. Just above the ground, scribbling frantically on a floating notepad, you see an acid green quill levitating in midair. And behind it, a woman with tightly curled blonde hair wearing green leather clothes and maroon leather furred cuffs, out of which you see impeccably manicured hands, ending in long red fingernails. And from behind jeweled spectacles, 2 eyes gaze intently at the 2 of you. I would recognize that striking family anywhere. You must be Slughorns. Yes, we are. Rita Skeeter, editor of Rita Moore. Lovely to meet you. Rita Moore? Ah, yes. Gossip magazine, up-to-date news. Hasn't made it across the pond yet, I'm sure. You must be Violet.
Yeah, but it's V.
V? Apologies. Now, I heard you involved in that nasty business underneath Hogwarts last year. Am I correct?
Yeah, there was crazy, and then there was a guy, and there was spells, and there's her feet got stuck together one time, and my knife got and there's why?
As you're saying this, you just see the quill to one side, just...
What are you writing?
Oh, pay no attention to that. Alistair, it is Alistair, isn't it? Yes, it is. Now, you look like a very responsible parent, but I'm wondering if I can be ever so naughty and just steal Violet away for just one moment. Have a little conversation? Gal to gal?
Yeah, Dad. I want to hang out with Rita instead.
What do you
It's
say?
for school.
And Alistair just, well, it's a newspaper, you say? Yes, it is. Well, Violet, behave yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
And would I know who Rita Skeeter is?
I think you would, yes. You would probably have heard the name, and it is one that does not have a lot of repute within the wizarding world.
I would know too, right?
Yeah, I think the two of you would almost definitely know.
I'm gonna meet Sissel's eyes and then nod my head toward Ian and Shannon and
Okay,
start
I'm
making
gonna-
my way over to our brothers.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow.
So as you do so, Violet, you are just led to one side by Rita as the quill just continues to and the notepad just flips page after page. So, Violet, do you mind if I call you Violet? First cousin of Horace Slughorn, quite a responsibility, I imagine. How do you
Yeah.
feel shouldering such a responsibility?
It's annoying, and I don't really care about that anymore. I've grown up a lot, and I realized that I can be my own human. I don't have to be. Whatever. It's Slughorn. I don't care.
Well, to succeed in this, we do have to take charge of our own destinies. I couldn't agree more, Violet. So now, Violet, our readers will be desperate to know just what transpired down in the depths of Hogwarts. It must have been very scary.
What's your little doodle bug riding over there?
Oh, just shorthand, just so I can remember it for later on.
So V is going to just start lying because she knows that it's being written down. So, there was Dementors down there, and there was a McGonagall was having a fight with Ian, and they decided that they were gonna hang out with Sissel because she has the Chamber of Secrets in her backpack. And then there was a Horcrux that exploded, and Peeves made us all a very nice stew, and there was a nimbler dog, and he saved the day with the Gryffindor man, Mr. Gobbly man, the green guy, or no, red, and that's what happened.
I can convince Jack.
As this is happening, can we have made our way over to Ian Shannon?
Yes, I would say so. And as you do so, you hear the back end of a conversation as Shannon just goes, "Hey, Ian, I was wondering if when we're back at Hogwarts, I don't know, maybe you want to..." And suddenly a figure leaps from out the crowd and just wraps his arms around Ian and just, "Oh, Ian, it's so good to see you," as James Potter just runs out. And Ian just seeing James just, James, my mum is just, oh, yeah. Yep, sorry. Hey, Shannon. Hey, guys, how are you? And he looks in the direction of you, Sissel, and Magnus.
If you look over
sir.
that way, I'm pointing my head toward Rita and V, and
We need a distraction right now, and if you don't want any attention called to whatever that just happened, I would assume you'd like to help get V out of that Rita's clutches, maybe. I'm
Both,
sure Mum and Dad would love to look over here, though.
both Ian and Shannon just turn and look towards James. And James, I mean, You came to the right person. Okay, what are we thinking?
Well, we have fireworks.
Thinking something loud.
If we pop off a bunch of fireworks.
You are right
Away
by
from people.
Weasley's Wizarding Reasons, are you not?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
actually might be a great idea. Because then, in the commotion, we could probably get away from the parents, if you know what I mean.
Sizzle's feeling so good that Magnus said that because she doesn't prank and she's like, am I?
I think
So-
I have some extra galleons if we want to go get just every firework that Weasley's ever produced.
Also,
James-
separate from this idea, Dot has also purchased 5 of the silver, snaky, sparky firework things. But
Can we get Dot's attention? So like, bring
Yeah,
her to us.
Dot's
Like,
fairly
Dot.
nearby.
Dot, come here.
huh? Wait 1 second, and then she like pays for the fireworks, like bundles them in her bag, and then comes over. What's that?
We fill her in.
Oh,
We tell her like who Rita is and the scum of the earth and yes.
Of all
that
people
good
in our
stuff.
group, V talking to her, that headline is going to be absolutely wild.
oh. Is
Whether it
that
be
bad
true
or
or
is that
false.
funny? Because what if V tells like a really stupid, like a stupid story on purpose, and then the newspaper
Well,
is
Rita
like
has a way
falls to
of
disarray.
Rita has a way of making people out to be worse than they are.
And if she's talking about what happened last year, then all of our names are going to be in that. And I don't want to go to school with my name, with her writing all over it.
We could.
Yeah, she did it to the chosen Harry, was that his name? Yeah.
Oh, my dad. That's the guy's name you're trying to remember. Harry Potter.
We could.
Yeah, I've never heard that
No,
name before.
never heard of it. Oh,
That
okay,
means
Magnus.
difference
Okay.
To me, James, just like you.
Oh, okay. This is fun. Well, you know, if you don't want help with the prank, I can.
Do you want me to call my mom and dad over? Do you want me to do that?
So about those fireworks, I'm like looking
Okay,
at
well, I
Shannon
have
like,
my 5, but you can't have my ones because I'm gonna resell these at a profit later, so you can't have them. But
Dot, you're brilliant.
They're silver snake ones, so I thought at the Quidditch matches I could sell them for anyone who wants to cheer for Slytherin, and then I can sell them for more than I bought out.
I love that.
Galdas.
Alright, so let's go get other fireworks.
Yeah, you can get any other ones, just not the silver ones.
I
'cause
want
these are
to
mine.
get the They have some that smell bad. I think they're called
I mean the
demon dung.
I was
Demon dung
looking
would
at those.
actually be very good.
Demon dung.
But wait,
Okay.
we're gonna smell those too. I don't want to smell demon.
I won't smell them.
We set them
What?
off and then we
I'm an
run
orphan.
while
I
all
won't
the
smell 'em.
adults are freaking out.
Sizzle, who doesn't like to be dirty the way that Dot does, she's just like,
As this is happening, over where Rita and V sit, Rita is just listening intently. You rolled a 7 on your convince, so you can choose one of the following. They need proof, they go along for now, they do it and are scared of you.
Wait, sorry. Say that again?
So you can choose one of the following. So either Rita needs proof, goes along with it for now, or believes you but is scared of you.
I like that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
me
still
too.
would, yeah.
that's the only choice.
As you go along, you can see Rita just like nodding.
Yep, that's just how it goes. That's what happened last year.
Right.
Yeah.
And you see her just sort of back up a little bit on her seat. And one final question.
Yeah.
Considering you live in the shadow of a great, albeit disgraced wizard in Horace Slughorn, what would you say to the rumors that you and your friends are simply spreading these scurrilous rumors for attention?
Wait, what do you mean?
And she just sort of backs up a bit. Well, I mean, you can't possibly believe that the rest of the wizarding population will simply take it for granted that the 4 founders, 4 pillars of our society, simply went behind our backs.
I mean, why would I lie here? You said that you're not writing anything, so I'm just talking about what happened to me, and that's it. So you don't have to believe it or not. I don't care what people think. That's the truth. And you know, you do whatever you want. Margarita, do what you got. I don't know. That's how my life went. Sucks that mine's more exciting than yours.
As this is happening, what are the rest of you doing?
Fine, I'll go along with that one. I just
I
can pay for some of them.
fireworks as I
can pay for 2 of them if you want, Magnus.
I can also pay for 2 of them.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, we can.
I'm gonna
split
write
it.
this down in my notes. So much math I gotta do post session.
How much is that?
It's 11 sickles and
26 nuts.
okay. So I'm gonna minus that twice for myself later.
How many sickles are in a galleon?
I'm just writing down the
we'll
sickles and
figure
the
it out
nuts right
later.
now, and I'm gonna do the math
Okay.
post session. So just assume that you
Minus
have it.
11.
I also.
We're getting 2 of them, don't forget, Sam.
Never mind. I can't afford it.
Are each of them 11?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 11 sickles and I think 6 nuts each, and then we're getting 2. Also, you can't afford it, Magnus?
I was gonna say I can't afford a Jinx off box. I was gonna get us the spell protection kit, but they're 50 galleons.
Dot could get it.
Oh yeah, Dot's like, I have money now. She's got like $100 bills falling out of her pocket.
Like Wolf of Wall Street, it's like, yeah.
So what are you doing as you purchase these fireworks? And you can see that the conversation seems to have become a little bit more tense over where V and Rita are.
Am I able to notice that Rita's stepping back?
I'll make a notice something check.
Okay. What is that?
That is mind.
Oh, okay.
Dot's just gonna follow Magnus's lead on this one.
Oh, 6.
No, that doesn't work. No.
Shannon, get out of my way!
No,
stepping in front of
sorry.
me.
And as you push him out the way, you see that Shannon seems a little out of sorts, but he just sort of distractedly goes, "Oh, yeah, sorry. Yeah. What do we
Do I notice that?
make a notice something check?"
I would like to use Wingardium Leviosa to.
You're not allowed to use magic outside of school, Magnus. Magnus.
But if I don't get caught, it's fine. After we light the fireworks, I want to like push them away from us so we're not super, obvious about it.
Okay. I will say, as you start to light the fireworks, Sissel, you do notice your brother's change in demeanor. But Magnus, as you light the fireworks, would you like to make a magic check for me, please?
Please do not.
Absolutely.
Please
Do
work.
not
Do
fail.
good. Oh.
Tina's
Oh my
at 12 plus 3, bitch.
You just
Holy
flick your wand and then immediately just like slip it back into your pocket as the fireworks just and just fly across the ground. And as Rita steps back a little bit from you, V, she just,
You want to know anything else? You want to know
no,
more? I can
and
tell
then
you
there's
whatever you need to know.
and you just see light spring up between you as Rita just and she just staggers back a little bit on very impractical heels as
She hit with like 6 fireworks.
and
They
you
all
see
stink.
as they fly up and awful smell just floats into the air. You see her perfectly molded curls just stand on end and start to blacken and soot cover them as she just falls back almost against a nearby stall, and she just
Ew, Rita, stop farting, maybe.
it was lovely to see you.
I have a question. Is she like holding her notepad or whatever? Or is
No,
that
it's
thing floating? Oh, okay.
Floating next to her.
With my great roll, would a firework have hit the notepad at all? Maybe.
Oh, go on.
I think it's a nat 12, I think. It's
Yeah.
earned.
And you see her just turn to like grab her notebook, and as she does so, she just does a bit of a double take and sees this sort of wilting, burnt bit of paper just hovering in the air before it just bloop down to the ground. And then, V, you hear a voice from behind Rita. A familiar one, but one you have only really heard once before. You cornering children for your stories again, Rita? And the rest of you see that stood behind her as she turns to look at this newcomer. Round glasses and tousled black hair. Harry Potter is just standing behind her. Harry, so good to see you again. It's been a Grimm's age. I didn't know you were writing gossip again. I'm reporting, Harry. It's very, very different. Yes, I think perhaps maybe leave the affair of writing about current affairs to those who are qualified to do so, Rita. Like your wife writing about boys and girls hitting balls on brooms. I think we both know that the people of this country have had enough of experts, Harry, and these scurrilous lies about the founders. It's fake news, Harry. It's sad. It's so sad. Thank you, Rita. V, you okay?
Yeah. I just had a great talk with Reet. What a character she is.
Yeah, well, Reet's
just gave her the scoop. Just told her what I had.
And you see Rita just hobbling off into the distance, just snatching her quill out of midair and just sort of moving off as you just see one of her heels just snap underneath one of her feet as she just and just continues walking. And the rest of you see this as Harry just walks closer to V.
Thistle's got like her sweater over. Is the snow gone yet?
I don't know.
Is
That's a Nosmic. They can't help you.
yeah, I know. Hey Ed, can one of the NPCs help? Is the smell gone yet?
You turn around to Ian, James, and Shannon, who are all just...
This must suck for you guys. Dot's just like standing there with like an uncovered nose.
We
I
lit
didn't
off
wanna
like
do it.
4 of those dung bombs, so...
This wants to reach into like a little bag that she has, a little thing of perfume, and just go.
Dot's like waving at the air as if that maybe is like helping with the distribution of the smell. We could just go somewhere else. Like I bought my stuff, so we could just go.
No, yeah, that'd be fine.
Let's grab V.
Okay, and Dot is gonna walk over and get V since Dot is not like destroyed by the smell.
Magnus is gonna take this opportunity to follow Dot over.
Hey
You
V.
Hello.
Hey, everyone. You, I take it this is you.
It's actually your son.
And he looks over in the direction of James, and James just...
I paid
Okay.
for half.
Oh, good. Equal opportunity pranking. Let's get away from here, I think.
Okay.
How are you all doing?
We all follow.
Good. I'm excited to watch the Quidditch. I'm gonna be a seeker soon, so I think it would be good to watch like professional seekers doing this stuff.
Exciting.
Were you in the Quidditch when you were at school?
Yeah. I was a seeker, actually.
Do you have any tips?
Winged. I had no idea what I was doing for most of my time, to be honest.
Well, I've done a lot of research, so I think that I'll be a pretty good seeker.
You'll be fine then.
What was it like to fall off your broom?
Painful. And one time left me with literally no bones in my arm. It was unpleasant. But hopefully you won't have any idiots for teachers, so...
Are you calling one of the teachers an idiot?
He's not there anymore. But where's Ezra? I thought Ian mentioned to James that you were all coming to this.
And Dot's gonna check her phone to see if Ezra texted her back.
His flight's delayed.
Yeah,
That
they're.
means-
Yeah. Oh, so a flight being delayed means that the.
I know.
No, but Cecil doesn't know, Mr. Potter, so I'm trying to explain to her. It's like
I'm
if
sorry.
the train was going to leave the station, but then they didn't have enough fuel, so they had to wait. But for a plane, maybe.
Why don't they just put fuel in it?
I don't know.
I
Okay.
hope she makes it soon.
Yeah, me too. So do you know where you're sitting? And Shannon just goes, well, yeah, I think we're meant to be meeting Tib in a bit, and he'll show us to where we are. I'm excited. I've never been in a box before, so.
They're going to put us inside of a box?
No, like a stall. Yeah. Don't worry, we're not that different to Muggle sports.
Sorry, Mr. Potter, sir. In back in 1996, when you were playing against Hufflepuff, you got hit by a bludgeon and got knocked unconscious. And I was just wondering how badly it hurt to be hit by a bludgeon, because I'm considering that position.
Being
and I
hit
don't
by a
want-
bludger or hitting the bludger?
Well, I want to be a beta, I think. Maybe.
Me
and
too, Magnus!
I just.
He like
I
jumps
don't-
up.
Don't want to. I just want to be prepared if I ever get hit like that, and I don't want to be defeated the way that Hufflepuff defeated Gryffindor that year. It was like 320 to 60. So I was just wondering, how did it feel to get knocked unconscious that day?
I mean, not great.
Not that.
I was unconscious.
Not that I know your career or anything, but yeah.
Blinding pain for around a second, and then aching a lot. A lot of aching for a week. So
Why don't
you
they
know,
have helmets?
it's a good question. I've asked Madam Hooch that a number of times, and her answer is always the same. It's not tradition. So
Weird.
Did they never give you an Aditney? It's a
Any what?
healing herb.
no, they didn't.
It would have helped.
I imagine so, but I don't know with Hannah. Well, Madam Abbott there. I'm sure she's looking after you far better than far better than I was. I imagine. Madam Pomfrey was lovely, but anyway. So how many of you? Is this your first tournament?
Me?
Would it be Sissel's first? I don't think so.
It's your character, babe.
Well, I know,
Tournament
but
like any game? Or...
no.
I think tournament,
say
like,
it's not my
I think
first.
tournament, like not like a game, like tournament.
It's my first one that I've actually wanted to attend, because in the past Ian's invited me and I haven't really cared. So, that was a lot of information. I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to say all that, Mr. Potter. Mr. Harry.
You can just call me Harry. It's fine. It's
Right, first name basis, of course. Yeah, Harry. Yes.
Okay. Well, and Shannon, just shall we go grab our seats? I'll probably be starting soon, and I'm a bit worried. I've just left Tib hanging, so
Okay, we can go.
yeah. Right. This. Well, I'll just and he just waves in the direction of where all the adults have sort of been moving along. Lois just sort of like moving with them, sort of very, very overwhelmed by all of this. She's seen Diagon Alley, but she has never been surrounded by this much magic. As she just looks around and as Shannon waves them over, they all come across, and immediately Myreed, "Oh, Harry, it's so good to see you!" And they just and he's like, "Hello, Myreed, how are you?" I was just chatting with Magnus and Ian, but we're just on our way, and Shannon is already making his way over towards the stadium, where you see tall 16-year-old, and you swear he's put on a little bit more muscle since you last saw him, and his long brown hair is up in a bun, and he wears a large blue scarf emblazoned with 2 crossed golden bulrushes. And as you all approach, he just turns and, "Hi, Shannon. I was worried maybe you weren't coming."
It's all
What?
Tip. It's all he could talk about. Tip.
Yeah, no, I've been excited for this for a while, Tib. You've met everyone, but these are these are Ian's parents, and that's Dot's grandmother, and this. I am Alistair Slughorn. Hello. Right. Right. Well, the box is just up through here. My dad's organized everything, so we're good to go.
Go.
Right.
Magnus, does your head still hurt?
A little. Yeah. I feel like my thoughts are slow,
Okay, because
which
you're
is
just
not. No.
you're just acting a little weird to Mr. Potter. So maybe.
What?
Yeah,
that
you
your
always
weird?
act
That was
weird
weird?
to Harry Potter.
Well, it was just a little bit like you explained yourself a bit much, and you don't like have to.
You just
do
sound
that.
more
Wanted to make
scared
sure he
than
had
usual.
context for what I was asking. I didn't want to say, "What's it like to go unconscious?" I had to tell it like.
You want his
No,
autograph?
but it was.
No.
It was like when
Yeah,
you
you do.
No,
We could get his
You want
autograph
his
if you
autograph.
wanted. I could say it's for me if you want.
no, I don't.
Yeah, and then we'll say that Dot is spelled Magnus, and you can have your own autograph.
Oh yeah, that's smart. That's a smart one. He definitely can't read what he spells. That's.
Why do you like Harry Potter so much?
I
Is he your
don't like
favorite?
Harry Potter. He's a Quidditch legend at the school, and
He's your inspiration. You want to be like Harry Potter.
no, absolutely not. I don't want to be like a Potter.
I think
Look
that
at James
Be
turned
Harry
out.
Potter.
you don't need to say like, oh, here was the score. Not that I'm keeping track of it or anything. Like it's okay to just
How
know
do you
stuff
remember
and
a
be
game
excited
from
about stuff.
1996 or whatever?
It's okay to
How
remember
do you
a game
even
from
know that?
1996. I think
I've
it's
read
cool.
up a lot on the matter of Quidditch. A lot
What do you
of
think?
it
His
had
whole
to do with
Wikipedia. You need to chill.
No, I'm not. I don't like a fan like that.
I think it's
he's
cool.
got a lot. He's got a lot of experience. Why are you? What's wrong?
I was
This was
trying
just
to-
standing there watching this back and
Imagine
forth.
Magnus's voice cracked during that.
I just don't understand. I
Okay.
am being grilled about this.
No, I just wanted to like help a little bit because I have been doing like cognitive behavioral stuff, and it's just you have to remember that you don't need to like apologize for everything right after you say it or explain why you know something when you know it. It's okay to just know things and be excited about them.
It's okay to be a fan.
I'm not a fan of Harry
You're a
Potter.
fan.
No.
V, I'm trying to have a breakthrough here.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you love Harry Potter, but in a respectful way.
No.
Loving, standing
I think
respectfully.
he's a
In a
loser,
cognitive way,
just
you
like
love
his
the Potter
son.
man.
No. No, absolutely not. That's my parents, and that's Ian.
I think
Ian's
the
the one dating James Potter.
Gonna start soon.
Yeah.
We should probably go.
Cecil, thank you. That's important. This is not important. I just asked a question.
I mean, we can
about
badger you
Quidditch.
later,
I
but
never
I
act
don't
like
want
these
to
are
be
Wiggly about
important.
anything.
Why am
You
I
never
being
act
ganged up
like
on?
this.
You called me mean last year, and then summer happened, and now I'm getting bullied.
All right, well, you can stay here and yell at each other, but I'm going. And I like start walking off to the box.
Dot's gonna start walking as well.
I wanna walk with Sissel and talk to her about the Rita thing.
Okay, so I guess as we're walking, so what did Rita say to you?
So, I don't know. I just felt like she was acting kind of suspicious. Just how
that's
she
Rita.
says things, and she was writing things down, and she said that she wasn't. So I made up a whole bunch of lies. And
What
so
did you
I don't know
say?
what she's gonna write. I don't remember. I think I mentioned McGonagall and Ian and Hagrid and the Gryffindor Godric boy, and I think I'm branching that you have the Chamber of Secrets in your backpack, but if she asks, just say it's true. Sorry, I said I told her it was all the truth. But look, aren't you proud of me? I didn't say the real story. I didn't say anything. And that peas made a stew.
I mean, regardless of what you would have said, she's gonna twist it.
What do you mean, twist it? Why
That's
would
what
a
she
journalist say
does.
something different than that really happened?
That's a really good question. Some people just want honest.
Wait, did
Oh.
Sissel not see the notepad get like burned?
No, I was paying attention to Shannon.
Oh, you were. Good point. Okay, never mind. Sorry.
So I have no idea. We're gonna have to deal with these repercussions. We're gonna go to school. People are gonna think that I have the Chamber of Secrets in my backpack.
That would be so cool. You would
That's
be,
not cool.
everybody would love you, and it would be awesome. Everybody trying to steal your backpack, and then I'll defend you and be your bodyguard.
Sissel's like, I'm just gonna get bullied this year. I'm gonna get absolutely bullied.
As
Well,
you
we'll see
make
what
your
happens.
way up the stairs, up, towards the top level of the stadium, that is where we're going to take a brief break, and we'll be back very, very shortly.
Yay! See you all soon. All right.
See you in my Chamber of Secrets backpack.
Oh wait. Oh no, we're missing the BRB screen. Okay, I'm gonna put us on the starting student screen again. I'm sorry, everyone. We'll see you in like 5 to 10 minutes. Love you so much. And mwah! Let's get back into it. Are you good, Mika?
I was yawning. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I thought you were laughing, and I was like, "What dastardly thing have you done?" Over to you, Eddie.
Lovely. Okay. So, as you ascend the almost endless stairs up through the inside of the stadium, surrounded on all sides by crisscrossing wooden scaffolding as white tarpaulin beats against the edges of the structure on the outside, you are climbing what feels like for 10 minutes until eventually you come to a large wooden landing, with Tib and Shannon leading the way, and the sound of cheering and chanting gets louder. And as you are led to one side, you are led to a box, and the stadium opens up to you, and it is unlike anything you have ever seen. Now, Dot, you have seen sporting events before, World Cups and Olympic Games, but you've never seen anything of this magnitude. A sea of people stretches out around the pitch below you, all decked out in various shades of blue, and as you gaze out, you suddenly realize that you are at the top of the stadium. And you hear cheers and applause, and every so often you hear the refrain of "Beat back those bludgers, boys, and chuck that quaffled hair," and giant lights sway back and forth, tracing out patterns in the clouds, while fireworks whiz and explode in the night sky above. And as they do so, you watch as they form two distinct patterns. On one side, two crossed bulrushes and a silver arrow, both of which just collide in the air in an explosion of colour as a massive cheer goes up from the crowd below. And as Tib leads you into this large empty box, he goes, yeah, usually it's just me, but it's nice to have so many people here. Feel free to just sit where you want. And Shannon just looks across at him and, "You okay? You seem nervous." "No, I'm fine. And Ian just, Mum, I'm probably going to go sit with the Potters, if that's all right." "Sure, only if that's not a problem with you, Harry." "Not at all. We love having him." And Callum just leans forward and, "Hey, be careful, they'll adopt you." And there's just sort of an awkward pause as Ian just, yeah, right, I'll see you lot later then. Enjoy the match.
Bye, Ian Potter.
Yeah. Yeah, and he just walks out, and you can see James just like stifling laughter as he just looks at you, Magnus, and just as he disappears round the side, and you're all left in the box alone. And Lois just leans forward and taps on your shoulder, Dot. Are you excited?
Yes, I'm super excited. But I don't know. Do you have are there binoculars that we could look? Because they're gonna be moving really quick.
Tib just yeah, we do have some around. There we go.
Thanks.
And yeah, if anyone else wants some, they're just down here.
I love the imagery of Dot having the binoculars over her glass. Yeah, she just takes the binoculars and starts looking around the pitch.
I want to lean into Shannon and whisper in his ear. Is Tib okay?
Hey, sis, do you want to go grab some snacks? Or
Yeah, let's
Yep.
go grab some snacks.
Yeah, snacks would be good. Does anyone else want anything at all? Magnus, V, Doc?
Snacks. I heard snacks.
Yeah,
We love snacks.
Yeah.
Well, I would suggest that you get me the best thing you can find.
Okay. Yeah.
No,
Could I have a Sprite with no ice?
Okay, so I've been looking into Muggle stuff over summer. I can't get you a Sprite, but I can get you a carbonated lemon thing. So I'll do that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Magnus, do you?
Yeah, I'll take a beer.
I'll
And-
drop the beer then.
My Reed just sort of looks over. You most certainly will not.
It was a joke, Mom. It was a joke. I'll take just get me some every flavor beans. Those will be fun during the intermission.
Yeah, sure. And Callum just leans forward and he's got the beginnings of a moustache and he thinks he's a full-grown man already.
I forgot to say it this morning, Dad.
What? That wasn't this morning. That's been for the last week, Magnus.
Bringing it up in front of my friends.
Well, maybe you should try your hair growth spell on your upper lip, potentially.
What?
You have a hair growth spell?
What hair growth spell? No, this is natural.
Oh.
It's puberty.
You're 12.
Yeah, growth spurt. I have one. Is it? When's the match start? God, this is the worst day I've ever had.
Also, Ed, I would check the Zoom chat if I was you.
I have
Okay.
just checked.
Cool. I'm gonna grab Shannon's hand and be like, okay, let's go get some snacks.
So, meanwhile, elsewhere, in Heathrow Airport, two figures arrive late, and it is nighttime as the passengers of the plane slowly move off, and there are two figures in amongst them. One tall woman with sort of quite loose bun, tied up, her black hair sort of quite messy, and looking around with her dark eyes. But as she looks behind her and sees her child following, Jordan, would you like to introduce your character,
Hi, everyone.
their personal pronouns, and their appearance after 1 year away?
Yes. So I play Ezra Trill. Ezra is a very nervous sweet bean who wants to try their best, who continues to present the best self that they can. And Ezra's pronouns are any. Ezra goes by any pronouns, and over the summertime, Ezra's hair has gotten a little poofier, a little bit more worn, dealing with everything that has happened throughout the year. And Ezra has really tried to discover a sense of fashion from the friends that surrounds Ezra that has pushed them to be them best self.
So as you move forward and you see how dark it is out through the doors past the arrivals gate, and you look up at your mother, who is currently pushing a trolley full of luggage, you see her looking around, looking tired, and she has been through so much this summer, and you both have. But she nevertheless stands tall and strong as she always has been. And she just looks down at you and just sort of almost shaking herself out of a reverie, just, hi, sorry, I was just, miles away.
Oh, can I help with the luggage, Mom? The plane was a long ride and it took longer to get here, and I don't want you to have to carry it yourself. I could do it. I'm older now.
Oh, you are. Tell you what, you take your bag. I'll take mine. Okay.
Okay.
And as you sort of take your bag and begin to remove your luggage off, you see that standing to one side, there are a number of individuals stood in the arrivals gate, all of whom are meeting those who have just come off and are meeting with loved ones and partners and families. You see one individual who seems to be looking at the both of you. She is tall, and she has dark hair, not dissimilar to your own, albeit tied back in quite a tight bun, and she has dark skin and dark eyes, and she wears a fairly long pinstripe jacket. And as she meets eyes with you, she just smiles and gives a little wave towards you and your mother.
Hi, Mom. I think I'm supposed to recognize them, but I don't. And maybe I drew them in my notebook. V told me to draw more, so maybe it's in here.
Well, shall we go and say hi?
Yes. Can you go first? I want to listen to hear if I know their name.
And she pushes your trolley forward to this individual who just stands there and smiles. Hi, I'm Shoshana. This is my child, Ezra. Sorry, do we know you? No, you don't. And I'm very sorry we haven't had a chance to speak yet. Especially yourself, Ezra. My name is Minister Hermione Granger. I understand that your flight was delayed. Yes, it was. So you're with the ministry? Yes, I am. I believe you've been in contact with Mr. Potter, Harry?
Yeah, I met Harry. It was in a place, I don't know if I could talk about it, but it's nice to meet you.
He spoke very highly of you, Ezra. And yourself as well, Shoshana. Now, I believe you were due to meet with your friends, am I correct?
Yes, there was the Quidditch, and we were supposed to meet and we are gonna watch, and I can't wait to meet them all again. I miss them.
Well, Shoshana, I wonder if perhaps you and I might have a word. But if Ezra, you should like to visit the Quidditch, it shouldn't take me long to get up there. If she would like.
You can get me over to my friends?
I can, and if you are happy with that, Shoshana. And Shoshana looks fairly weary, and she just, yes, of course. Ezra, go be with your friends, all right?
I'm gonna kind of pull my mom aside. Mom, is everything okay? Do you want me to stay here? I know you don't need me to be, but I can be here just in case. I don't want to.
Ezra, go. Go be a child. Okay.
Okay. I will get a hold of you as soon as I can, and let me know where you are, and
I will.
I'll tell all my friends you say hi.
Yeah. Well, we'll be at the Leaky Cauldron, so I imagine I've been in contact with my Reed. I think that's where they're staying as well. So,
okay,
I'll see you there. Okay.
Okay. I love you, Mom.
I love you so much. Okay, go.
Okay. I'm gonna go see my friends. I have so much to tell V.
So, mixed trill. Shall we go see some Quidditch?
Yeah. Yes, I would love that. Do I have to wear a uniform for this? I got us in trouble a lot last year with house points, and I don't want to do it again.
There are no house points at Quidditch.
Okay.
But I can assure you, you look delightful.
Thank you.
Would you like to take my hand?
Yes, please.
Okay. This will feel a little odd, I'm afraid.
Oh?
Hold on tight. And she just whips her wand, and it feels like you're being sucked through a small tube as you just fly through the air, and you see shapes and patterns moving all around you until the rest of you sat in the box. Suddenly, two figures just appear in your center as you see Ezra in front of you, and holding hands with him, a tall woman who Magnus and Cecil, you recognize. It is the Minister of Magic, Hermione Granger. And my Reed immediately just a bit Hermione, and Hermione just, hello, my Reed, and they just hug and just, I can't stay for long, but it is so nice to see you. Is Harry around? Yes, just a few boxes over. Good. I think Ron's joining him in a bit, so I'll just go and say hi. But Ezra, have fun, all right?
Thank you, new friend.
Hi, Ezra.
Ezra.
Hi. Did you all see that? I appeared, and it was a new friend, and she's so cool and strong and.
Oh, I thought she
I don't know
was
who
like
that
your
is.
auntie or something, because she has like your hair.
She's I guess really important. My mom seemed nervous. But hi, hello, I'm here.
Ezra. I'm gonna like just make eye contact with Magnus, just like, are they dumb?
Are you in any kind of trouble at all, Ezra? Like,
No,
You don't know who
no.
that was?
They introduced herself. They said they're with the ministry, and they said they'll help me get here. And then my mom said
They
I could be here.
practically are the ministry.
Am I in trouble?
No, I don't think so. I don't think she'd drop you off if you were in trouble.
I just like, you were on a plane,
Is
Yes.
Ezra a
and
celebrity?
Hermione dropped
Might
you
as well
off.
be.
Is that bad?
She's the Minister of Magic.
Wait, where's your mom?
Oh, minister and my mom are talking. They wanted to talk, and then Hermione minister in power. I don't want to
You're so
offend.
famous. You're famously famous now, and they're like gonna treat you really good and stuff.
I hope so.
Shannon just places a hand on your shoulder, Ezra, and just go, it's really good to see you, Ezra.
It's so good to see you.
Thistle's gonna go in for a hug. Just to give him a big hug.
Yeah, me too. I'll join
I
and make
also
it a group hug.
Hug pile.
Just a big hug. And
Welcome back.
I see Magnus's hair. I'm like, oh, I like what you did with it. It's long, like
He has
like
a magic
mine.
Nothing.
growth
I did
potion for his hair.
No.
That's
Did you
right.
This
did
is
you do
magic.
magic for this right here too, or?
Okay, that he's sensitive about.
I got to shave this morning. It grows really fast. It gets very thick if I don't shave it. Okay.
Okay, I'm with you. Hi V. Hi, hello.
Wait, were Shannon and I still gonna go get snacks?
I miss you so much. I have a lot to talk to you about in
I've-
private.
I have
miss
so-
Did you get my
much.
text? I texted
I have so
you.
many drawings. I have so many drawings.
Yeah, I drew you so many things. I drew you as a horse. I drew you as a bottle of ketchup. I drew you as a cabbage. I drew you with no hands because I can't draw hands. I drew so many of you.
I sent you a text of us at the airport. If you check your phone.
Oh yeah, I had to turn it off because we were on an airplane. As
Yeah.
as you may know,
I-
and as they might not know.
Yeah.
I need to like teach you about the flu network because we were at the airport earlier and you guys have to wait for so long. It's so boring. Like you muggles are stuck in the Stone Ages.
I like it because I can read while I wait. Peaceful.
You can read whenever you get to your destination.
Exactly. You can
But-
get to your destination faster, get what you need to get done faster, and then read.
Yeah, Magnus, I can see that you and the fast transportation of the wizarding world really go well together.
We're going to grab some snacks. Ezra, do you want anything? Or
I would like those funny little beans that taste like everything.
great. Yeah, we're already grabbing some of those.
I'm getting
Oh,
a lemonade
yes.
if you want one.
Oh, and a lemonade too, if that's okay. I
Did
have
you get some
I have
ice?
monies
Because
if
that seems
that's
to be getting burned like left and right here.
Well, also your temple seems to just be swelling a little bit. It might be useful for that as well. I'll go. I'll go.
Be back.
Does the Flu Network have helmets?
I would like one for my safety.
Let's go home.
not so. Wait, they're making fun of us flying, but they still send letters and we can text. Do they know
I
that?
know.
Do they know about that?
Wow, it's so slow. And then we went on a bus earlier that wizards go on, and the bus went so fast that Magnus and V both got concussions. And it's like, yeah, I think I'll stay on the plane where the nice lady gives me a Diet Coke if I ask instead.
And
I'm
peanuts.
concussed. What can I say? Who knows if I'll work anymore?
I'll draw you. I'll draw you what you look like when you're better, so you can look forward to
I am
that.
concussed. I love that word. I am the
It's okay.
concussor.
You can just like, maybe don't fall asleep actually for a little bit.
Or I'll die,
Yeah.
and I
Actually, a
can
myth.
reborn as a
You can sleep
dementor.
just fine on a concussion. Ian gave me a concussion as a kid. I gave him one
What?
back though.
They're just jealous they haven't had concussions and we did. It means that we're exciting.
I've
and
had a
have fun.
concussion. I have stitches in my head from when I
Wait,
was
really?
growing up.
That's so
Yeah.
cool.
I had, yeah, look, and then like Dot like lifts up her hairline and shows like stitches from like when she was like a kid and fell during netball and like cracked her skull.
Sissel, when are you gonna get your first concussion? Maybe this year's the year. It'll be so fun.
Oh, I think that Sissel walked away.
Yes, it's still gone.
Oh.
Ask Ezra.
Well, what
Say
she
it to
would
Ezra.
say is that, you know, she's died. If you
Well,
want a
now
one-up
she's just-
party.
now she's just bragging.
Ezra, have you gotten a concussion before?
Have I?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. That's when you bonk your head and your mom tells you to stay seated and
Yeah.
don't get back up.
It's when your brain swells, yeah.
I'm sorry,
My
I was
brain-
thinking of that one TikTok audio and it's like Dot lifting up and showing the stitches and then just in the corner like, I lost something once.
So as your friends compare stitches, Sissel, yourself and your brother make your way to the nearest snack point, and you pick up a couple of things from the stall, and Shannon just turns to you and, so, please see your friends again?
I mean, yeah, I'm really excited to see them. I've seen Magnus a lot this summer, but it's really nice to see everybody else.
Yeah.
But don't deflect on me like that.
I'm not deflecting.
What's going on? You seem off. Tib is off. Are y'all okay? Are you okay?
Make a convince check for me.
I know, we want the dirt, come on. 11.
He just look, can I tell you something, and you need to promise like not to like tell your friends or mum or dad or
Is it serious?
not in the grand scheme of things.
Is it hurting anyone?
Uh
I can't keep secrets that will hurt someone else.
some days it does. Yeah.
Is it you and Tib?
I don't know, like over summer, like me and Tib have gotten close. That's nice. I'm not really sure what we are, but I think I'm still Ian and I have known each other a while, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think for the longest time I thought that he and Maisie were, and then I found out that they weren't, and I thought, I don't know what I thought, but
Ian, do you like, or Shannon, do you like Ian? I promise I won't tell anybody that.
I think I did, and I'm trying. I'm coming to terms with the fact that that's not, you know. I don't know. It's yeah. But James is cool, you know. So it's.
Yeah, but it doesn't negate your feelings. Your feelings are still real. Have you talked to Ian at all? Or is this something you've been keeping to yourself?
You tried talking to Ian?
No, I don't talk to Ian.
No, I know.
I never talk to Ian.
Yeah, no, exactly. I don't think anyone has a proper conversation with
But Ian
Ian,
and
which
Magnus
is,
have kind of gotten a little bit better.
yeah, which has been nice. Actually, it's been nice to.
But then have you
Yeah.
talked to Tib? I don't want either of you getting hurt in the long run by not having real feelings toward one another.
I don't know. Like Tib's so nice, and
Mm-hmm.
and I do really like him. I don't know. I'm meant to be offering you advice. This is silly.
It's
I don't
okay.
know.
Sometimes you need somebody to listen, and if I can help you feel better, then I will. It's like a talking band-aid.
I like that. Yeah, I don't know, but I guess we'll see how the year goes.
I don't want you to take a year and feel like this. You need to sort this out. Do you want me to talk to Ian?
No, no,
I'll talk to him.
I don't want
If
that.
you don't talk to him, I will.
Okay. Okay. I'll. Yeah. Okay. I'll. Yeah. I hate it when you're right. I think that's.
I mean, I don't want to be right and hurt you, but I want to help you. And if this can help you and push you in the right direction, because in the end, there's 4 people involved. And that's 4 people that can be hurt. If it's not sorted out sooner rather than later. And I mean, and in the end, I want you the happiest. The other guys, you know, it's cool, live your life. But if you're not happy, then that makes me unhappy.
It's great. I get to have a younger sister and a very clever older sister.
Thank you.
No, thank you, sis. Seriously, thank you. And you're right. I know you're right.
Well, if you need me to do anything, just let me know. Or if you need somehow me and Magnus to do something to, oh no, get you in the room together alone. Well, how did that happen? Worlds collide. I make them collide. I'm very convincing. Ask James.
I'll try it my way first, I think.
Okay. And if it doesn't work, you come to me. I can figure it out.
Okay. Okay. Right, let's get these snacks back to everyone.
Yeah, she's gonna give him a hug, like a really just big hug, and hold him there for a minute, and then pat his back. It's okay. It's going to be okay.
Yeah. No, well, I'm only 16. Worst things happen.
16's old. What are you
All right.
talking about?
Come on, let's go.
Is your back hurting yet?
No,
She's gonna,
stop
joke as
it!
They're like walking. Oh, my back.
I mean, now that you mention it, I do actually have a little bit of a twinge, but it's okay. Let's go. And the rest of you watch as Sissel and Shannon arrive back with snacks and start to hand them out. And as this happens, suddenly all of the lights in the stadium just go out. And over all of this, there is a voice that comes over what sounds like speakers, and you just hear, "Hello everyone and welcome to the British and Irish Quidditch League for what is sure to be an exciting match as Puddlemere United face off against the Appleby Arrows. I am your commentator, Lee Jordan, and it looks like the teams are stepping out onto the pitch now, headed by Puddlemere's captain and keeper, Oliver Wood, and the Arrows captain and beater, Galilei. And you watch as two teams just move out onto the pitch as lights suddenly shine down, illuminating this massive space. And Dot, looking down with your binoculars, you can make out the two captains. The first looks remarkably similar to Tiberius. He is tall and he has quite close cropped brown hair and a very handsome face. And as you just move your binoculars over, you see the other captain is a very, very tall, blonde-haired centaur who just moves forward and just the two meet in the middle, and you just see them shake hands, nod at one another as the ref just looks between them both and the teams move off to either side, and you hear Lee Jordan over the top and the two teams are mounting up now. The quaffle is about to be thrown. And we're off! And I would like everyone to roll a d6, but I would like 3 people to represent Puddlemere and 2 and myself to represent the Appleby Arrows. So who wants to be who?
I'll be Appleby Arrows.
2d6, sorry.
Puddle Penguins.
I'll be Appleby Arrows too.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm
so
whatever's left.
Everyone else rolled for Puddlemere. So,
Wait, 2d6?
So just 2d6.
Oh, 2d6?
Wait, how about Puddlemere rolls first and then Appleby reroll?
Excellent idea. Yes.
Okay.
So,
So I'm Puddlemere?
You are, yeah.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too, I think. So just 2d6, no other numbers.
Nice.
oof.
11.
Aw,
Okay. 18.
Never roll good.
And then D-Tune rolls?
Oh, I do roll for this one?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
roll 2d6,
Okay.
yeah.
So we have 14, 15, 25. So
Okay.
nice.
the rest of us will roll. I didn't roll good.
Ooh, I got a 10!
10 and 11.
Wait,
Wait, Ed, please tell me you got
What
something.
jerks.
I got a 6. So
27.
Appleby.
Wow.
So the match before you is wild and it is close. You see beaters thwacking bludgers around, and the space is so expansive that there is no danger of it hitting the audience. Unlike the quite cramped space around the Hogwarts Quidditch pitch, you see Seekers flying around. You see Oliver Wood over by the hoops just batting away quaffle after quaffle after quaffle. You see the centaur captain of the Applebees, heavy set as he is, and indeed with his girth, he is one of the beaters, and you see that he uses this to tremendous effect, much to the chagrin of one of the beaters on the Puddlemere team, who you see is a house elf just on one of the brooms and has an oversized bat and helmet, and just every so often you just hear them fly past with a woo, and you see balls are flying everywhere, and at one point, Dot, you swear you see the snitch just fly in front of you and then off to one side as one of the Seekers just flies across, quickly pursued by the other. And the match continues. It continues for almost an hour until eventually the Applebee's Seeker grasps a hold of the snitch, and the entire auditorium just erupts in cheers as fireworks fly up into the air and lights swim in the clouds themselves.
We did it, Sam.
Raucous and it is wild. You have never felt anything like it. And Ezra, as you sit there, you feel that same excitement as Dot does. You have never seen sport on this magnitude before in your life. But both teams slowly float down to the ground and they meet in the middle to shake hands once more before the Applebees just raise their arms and another cheer goes up around the auditorium as slowly the teams move off and the sound of the crowds all around begins to peter out as everyone slowly begins to move out of the auditorium, out of their boxes, and out of the stadium. What are the rest of you doing as you sit in your box watching this all unfold?
I saw the snitch for a second.
That's impressive.
I know. And maybe it's a sign.
You're gonna do great.
The snitch is the little fast one, right?
Yeah, the little gold bull, yeah. The one that I have one of.
Is this how these games are? I had no idea. They're just zipping and just whoosh whoosh, and then there's fireworks, and then
I think the ones at Hogwarts are more like low key because it's like teenagers, but these ones are huge, and there's a horse person and there's an elf. So cool.
I think I like this. I had no idea. The school league always made it seem so
it's cool in the school league. They just
She's
can't
gonna, like,
do
a
this
whisper.
cool stuff.
To Ezra, don't say anything negative about Quidditch around Shannon.
the school league is good, but this was amazing, and it was like whoosh and zoom, and they were like whoom, and then the elf
one
with
was
the
like,
bat.
and then they went like that, and then they threw the quaffle that way, and it was like, and I was like,
I get it. I think I get it. Wow.
You should try out when we all try out for Quidditch. I don't think V is, because I think that it's V. Are you trying out for Quidditch?
No, I like drawing the players and doing art of it because that I don't want to. I hurt myself enough.
That's okay. You can do that, and you can.
But I'll draw you,
That's
and
nice.
then you can become president of the team or.
And you'll
something.
like cheer us on our games and stuff.
Yeah, no, I'm just happy you guys want me to hang out.
Yeah, of course. But yeah, Ezra, you should come try out with us, because then if you're good at it, then you'll get in.
I will think about it, and I'll learn more so I understand it, because that was a lot. That was a lot.
I feel like you'd be a
You
good
should have
keeper.
come and hung out with us over the summer. Cecil and Shannon came to my house and we practiced a lot.
Well, my mom and I we had a lot happening.
Okay.
And there's a lot of people, and they told us we had to stay still, and they just wanted to know where we were for a while, and I didn't want to bring that to anyone. But I'm here now, and I can learn, and then maybe if I get really good, and then if I get really good, V can draw the design on my jersey, and then V will be out there with me, and it'll be like the design and it'll be great.
That would be
You would wear what I made?
In a heartbeat. I would wear it right now.
We should petition for
Make it
V to make
so
the
good.
designs.
Oh,
You could have like
so
a little
good.
embroidered thing, or like when the knights wear the ladies' favor.
Make it so good. You're ready.
So you're
Oh, yeah.
talking. Sorry, you go.
We already have the uniforms.
But we don't have V's design on a uniform, so there can be improvements.
Like a little
I
embroidery.
agree.
Like Magnus's mustache.
V, I
It's
can
there.
hold some-
It wasn't
paint
there
some
before,
patches.
and now it's there, and it made
Wait.
Magnus better.
V can draw them and I can sew them.
You mean that?
Oh,
Wait,
that's
make 'em look-
perfect.
I think it looks good. I wasn't.
'Cause I'm not
I
allowed
think it
around
looks
needles
good.
anymore. So maybe use
I don't
will
think the
hold all the
mustache
needles.
looks good,
Thank
but I
you.
know that you shave it
Thank
usually.
you, Ezra.
I think it looks great.
I don't, but I know that you shave it usually, so as long as you just keep track of that.
Reminds me of dirt.
It does kind of look like you had Cheetos, and they're just like,
Get one compliment today. Finally, someone says something nice to me, and
But
now
your
we're
fake
back
hair
to
looks
I
being
was
bullied
saying nice
again.
things to you earlier. You weren't listening to them, and you were
But now I
focusing on the
look back 'cause I
negatives.
forgot to shave this morning. That's great.
As you're talking, Ezra, you notice that the adults in the booth are just looking at you, and my read catches your eye, and just how's your mother doing?
She's okay. I know things are I know she's stressed and there's a lot going on, and I can't be there with her right now, and I wish I could, but she wants me to be a kid, and I think she's okay right now.
Okay, well, she knows that. I'm only a message away if she needs. All right.
Okay. I'll remind her when I call her, and I tell her that I got to meet all my friends again, and it made me happy.
And there is a from just the door of the booth, and turning around, you see the familiar face of Harry just at the door. Ezra, Minister Granger told me that you'd arrived.
Hi, Mr. Harry, Mr.
Just-
Harry Potter, Mr.
Just Harry, it's fine.
Hi, Harry.
Ezra, I wondered if we might just have a word?
Yeah, you all are okay with it, right, friends? I'll be right back. I'm not gonna go on a plane again, and I won't disappear for a while. I'll be right back.
yeah, it's okay.
Great. Yeah, that's
Okay.
great.
Okay. And Harry just leads Ezra away, leaving the rest of you there. And Shannon, next to Tib, just I'm just gonna see how the others are doing in the other box. But I'll be right back. Okay.
This is gonna catch his eyes. Like, kind of glare at him a little bit. Like, what are you doing?
See everyone in a bit. And he just stands and leaves the box. And Ezra, Harry just leads you away towards a fairly secluded area of the top of the stadium. And you can see from this view fields and fields surrounding, and the stars above, and you can see fireworks flaring up in the sky all around you as Harry just stops and leans against the edge. And how are you holding up, son?
Do you want the answer my mom says I should tell people, or do you want the truth?
I want however you feel, Ezra.
I don't know what's happening. I don't know why these people are just always trying to talk to me and Mom. I don't get why our plane seemed to be delayed, but it didn't look like there was any weather. I don't know why it would happen. And then Mrs. Minister, my friend seemed that she was very important, and I'm confused.
I understand. I do get why you are confused, Ezra. You are in the middle of an impossible situation that unfortunately involves a lot of very, very official and important people, and I am sorry for that. Look, official channels would probably rather I didn't tell you this, but I've never really been one for official channels. Look, after a thorough investigation and no small amount of magic, we believe that your father was under the effect of something called the Imperious Curse. Do you know what that is?
No, I'm sure Magnus knows, but I'm not sure.
Okay. Well, it is an illegal spell, but essentially it means anyone who is cursed by it is controlled by the caster. And that is good and bad. It is good insofar as your father's actions, Ezra, were not his own.
Wait, does that mean he's not a bad guy?
I want to say yes. But the bad news is we have no idea who cast it, Ezra. For now, he's being held in Azkaban. I know your mother has been told that. But we don't know who cursed him, but whoever it was knew about Daedalus, knew about the fifth house, and told your father all about it, which, considering that Daedalus and his involvement in the founding of Hogwarts was erased from all who knew about it, it doesn't leave a lot of suspects.
So in order to help my dad and help my mom by helping my dad, I need to find this person, and
No, Ezra, I'm not saying that. And I'm, as a member of the ministry, I'm definitely not encouraging that. I'm just telling you what I know.
Okay. So it's good that my dad was not the bad guy, but it's bad that the bad guy is controlling my dad like a video game, he's a character and there's someone pushing the buttons to control him, and that means he didn't mean to hurt me or my friends, right?
Your father is a very confused man at the moment, Ezra. And in a lot of ways, he's hurting. And I'm trying to do as much as I can to help him. And I really, truly promise that. And look, I know this is probably a question for you and your mum, but did you want me to organize a visit? I don't know how much your mum has told you, but your dad, being an American citizen, the ministry, your ministry, is quite keen to move him. And I don't know how long we'll have him for, and while we have him here, I'd like to help you, Ezra.
I can see him, and I can talk to him, and
I can't guarantee anytime soon, but if that is something that you're interested in.
Yes. I need to.
I'll see what I can do then.
Thank you, Mr. Harry. No, Harry. Thank you, Harry.
You are in an impossible situation for a 12-year-old, and I want you to know, Ezra, I was not nearly so brave when I was your age.
Thank you. That means a lot.
Okay. You, go see your friends.
Okay. I'll keep this between us, and I won't even write it in my journal, and I'll go see my friends.
Okay. I'll see you soon, son.
Thank you.
And as you walk away, you just hear a voice behind you, just, bloody hell, Harry, we couldn't have found a place a little lower down, could we? Oh, come on, it's just stairs. Come on, Ron. And you just see him and a fairly disheveled, ginger-haired individual just follow him as they start to make their way down the stairs. The rest of you, what are you doing as Ezra eventually comes back to you?
How does Ezra look right now? Do you look sad?
Probably trying to put on a brave face.
Silsa's gonna run across and just give you a hug. She knows it was probably a rough talk. And then, like, rub your back a little bit and step away. Are you okay?
Sissy, thank you. I know you know without me saying what's happening, and I appreciate it.
You don't have to talk about anything, but we're here. And we love you.
I'm so happy to be back.
We're happy to have you back. We've missed you.
I missed you a lot. Dot like looks up from like the pamphlet that she's just been going through of all the players and stuff. She's like, I missed you a lot.
Dot,
I mean, I
I've missed
texted you a bunch, but
yes, I just got them all, and my phone was off, and then I turned it back on, and then I'm excited to be back, and I want to hear all about your summers.
Do you have any cat pictures you can show Ezra?
I
Cat
do.
pictures?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
Bimby?
kindness.
Okay. Because what was you saying?
Everyone else here's kind of been bullying me all day.
Magnus, I've said
do you
nothing
want to look
wrong
at the
to
cat
you.
pictures?
I would love
Magnus?
to.
She's gonna look a little offended.
Okay, so I have this one here. This was when I was helping my grandma's friend with the hay. And then Bimby has a little harness on that we've been training her with, so she can like walk outside but like be on a leash like a dog. But because you're not meant to let cats go outside because then they destroy all the wildlife, so we've just been walking her around on a little harness. This is me and her, and this is her in the harness. And this is her when she jumped up on my grandma's shoulder with the harness. And
Oh, little Bimby.
yeah, she's a little bumbo. And then this is her when she was sleeping, and then I play the video, and it's like a video of like Bimby's face, like super close up, and like she's like snoring, where like cats like inhale, and you can hear like their nose making the noise, and it's like I feel so really close. And I was like, let's hold it up to Ezra's ear, and then she's doing snoring.
The rest of you just watch these moving pictures on the phone, which is a little, you are more used to these sorts of images. These still images are very, very strange, but moving images you can work with. And you just watch as Ezra and Dot are just there, like listening to this phone either side against the slowly diminishing sound of cheers all around. And the adults next to you all just, right, I suppose, I believe we are also getting back via night bus. And Lois just goes, oh, good God. Okay. Wonderful. Dot, stay close to me. Yes.
I was fine on the night bus.
Violet, perhaps, you and I can apparate to our location instead.
I don't want you to hit your head again, V.
Oh, okay.
The amount of
See you
times
again
that
soon.
V's been like out of it during a session, I'm so like, remember that one session when she would like hadn't eaten all day and she was like, funny.
Okay, father.
All right, Violet. Well, the rest of you, we'll see you at the Leaky Cauldron.
I can't believe we're related.
along.
Bye, V.
Bye, V.
Bye, I'll see you guys there. Don't forget about me. I'd be so sad if you do.
I'll never forget you.
Don't
I have
forget
all
me.
these. I have all these photos to show you in pictures and
We will see you soon. And Alistair just flicks his wand and there is a and they are both gone.
What if it's like, have you guys ever thought when people apparate, I never want to learn, because what if it's like the Prestige and it's like they disappear, but then when they come back, it's like a different consciousness, and that's not actually V and her dad anymore. But it is them, but it's like a different them.
Crystal's not even going to try to process.
Spell? If they'll switch souls?
No.
No, they don't switch. Okay, so imagine you apparate, right? So you disappear.
Right.
And then you reappear. But what if the you that reappears isn't the same consciousness as the one that disappeared, and it's just like a clone of you?
Right, so you can fall unconscious after apparating if you don't do it right, yeah.
Do you know what a consciousness is?
Yeah, it's when you're awake.
No, I'm talking about like existentially.
When you're asleep?
See, when you can't watch YouTube video essays, this is what happens. You guys just don't know things.
Conscious, just being aware of one's surroundings.
No, consciousness. It's like your brain, like you're floaty because you're sentient. Like plants don't have a consciousness.
I think
Some of them do. Mandrakes have a consciousness.
I mean,
sure.
that's exactly what I said, though. Being aware is being sentient.
Hold on. I did the evaporation to get here. Am I not me?
Don't
am I not me?
Ezra, no.
No, I mean you're probably you if you have all the same memories of you.
I feel like me.
Yeah, don't
feel Ezra, did you fall asleep at all?
No.
Okay, you're you. You're fine.
Okay.
I feel like the philosophers and scientists, everyone who said stuff about this, are just being bewildered at this kind of conversation.
I love how I just thought of the idea of apparition being like an existential horror thing of like, what if you?
I'll make sure to ask V because V will know if I'm me.
Well, V might be a different V. I mean, isn't? They're not.
You're
They're
gonna
not.
Scare Ezra.
She's not.
What happened
Okay, I gotta write this down.
Trip?
I had to watch a lot of old VHS tapes and YouTube video essays and stuff because I didn't have anyone to talk to. So.
She's gonna mumble to herself and be like, "Man, I wish my backpack had the Chamber of Secrets in it at this point."
As you're having this conversation, Shannon just comes round the corner and just, cool. Shall we go, grab the night bus?
Sure.
Oh, Ezra, this is a bus that moves really fast.
Like a plane, but
no,
on the ground.
Like the Japanese rail that goes really.
Oh, it goes zoom.
Yeah.
Okay. Do I have to hold on to something?
You probably
Absolutely.
should. I'd like to help Ezra with whatever roll they have to do of body when it comes to the.
Oh God! Wait, what happened while it's gone?
Oh yeah, every time the night bus starts and stops, we have to do a body roll.
I got injured and dazed.
So did V. V smacked their head twice.
My body rolls have been.
Yes, it got him that 12. It was great.
Magnus is gonna stand by Sissel on the bus.
I just falls on her.
I know. She's like, I might be smaller, but I'm strong.
So Shannon just sort of gestures you all out, and Tib walks forward and just, I'm gonna have to stay and wait for my dad, but it was nice to see you, Shannon. And Shannon just, yeah, you too, Tib. I'll see you. I'll see you. And he just heads off and starts to walk down the stairs as the adults get up from their seats. And Myreed turns to Tib and, thank you very much, Mr. Wood. Say hi to Oliver. He does know me, but I will see you soon. All right. And Tib just, no, I'm glad you could make it. And the adults just start to move out. And what are the rest of you doing?
Hey, Tib, thank you for the tickets.
Thank you for the tickets, Tib.
Yeah.
No,
amazing.
that's fine. Hopefully we can do this again next year as well.
Yeah.
This is gonna kind of rub his arm a little bit as of a gesture of it's gonna be okay.
He just...
You mean Shannon's arm?
Tib's arm.
Tibbs.
Oh, Tib's arm. Oh, okay.
Tib, this sort of especially for a 16-year-old, like, bear of a man, just sort of like looks at you and have a safe trip, and maybe see you around Hogwarts.
Have a good one. And Sissel's gonna follow Shannon.
And Magnus is gonna follow Sissel and whisper to her, "Your brother seems a little
Magnus, shh, I'll talk to you later.
Oh, Magnus is not having a good day.
She like elbows him, like, we can't talk here. I promised I wouldn't say anything.
Oh, Magnus.
So you all
shut up then."
make your way out of the stadium and in the direction of the bubble through which you entered. And as you do so, almost as suddenly as you heard it, the cheering stops, and you are met instead with the sound of fields as Shannon just walks towards the nearby country road and just holds out his hand. And once more, you hear the sound of the night bus just suddenly stop in front of you all as Ezra, for the first time, you see this triple-decker purple bus just stop in front, and Stanley Shunpike leans out and, "All right, you lot again? All right, get in, come on, we got a lot of stops tonight, come on, get in."
I think we get on this?
Yeah.
This is
Do you want to go on the top?
I'm following you.
Okay. And Dot's gonna like charge out to the top, just assuming her grandma will like know where to sit and stuff.
She'll look at Magnus, be like, do you want to sit maybe on the bottom? I feel like it would hurt a little less.
Yeah, well, I mean, we'll get on and off quicker than everyone else.
That's true. They find a seat like somewhere on the bottom.
So as you take your seats, before we cut away to V, just for the heck of it, everyone make a tough it out check for me.
Wait, how am I helping Ezra? Does that mean that like they get like a +1 or?
Yeah, I'll say yeah.
Okay, so Ezra, you get an extra
Magnus.
+1 no matter what your body is. You have another
It's a body, okay.
Yeah, it's a body check.
2d6 plus 1.
What's your body?
0.
Oh, okay, yeah, +1 then, yeah.
I guess you too, Magnus.
Do I get a +1?
Oh!
Oh.
Pain.
Wait, do I get a +1, Ed?
Yeah, you got a +1.
I don't want to roll.
Oh, pain.
Okay, so 2 5s. I'll go next, Sam. It's okay.
3 5s?
Wait.
Okay.
Can I use my Slytherin house benefit? No one saw that. I want to reroll once per day.
Yeah, you can.
You do it first.
Fine.
There you go. Okay.
An 8.
So
Who is she?
as the bus just starts up again, and Ezra, you just find yourself just flung forward as the bus just careens off. Magnus, you almost fall over, and then you just quickly grab onto a nearby railing. Dot, you are less lucky as Sissel just watches you fly backwards and into your grandma as she just, oh, please promise me, Dot, don't ever take this mode of transport again.
Okay.
All right. As the bus shoots off back east in the direction of London, towards the Leaky Cauldron, where in the centre of a small bar, 2 figures apparate. And Violet, you find yourself stood next to your father as he just lets go of your hand and pockets his wand. Right, Violet. To bed, please.
What?
Go to bed, please.
Oh, okay, I'm asleep now.
I don't know
have
if
my
you...
eyes closed and like open one to just see if he's still there.
He just looks at you
Are you
and...
standing up?
Yeah, I'm standing. Making
He just looks at you and... I don't know if you find this willful disobedience funny but I assure you it is not amusing, Violet.
Everything about you is not amusing, and I'm still putting up with it.
You may not have respect for me or your mother, but you should have respect for your family name. Do you understand?
Ooh, name. Oh, letters together. Whoa, that's so important. Whoa, that's crazy, Dad. Whoa, that really literally doesn't matter in my life. You don't know anything about me. You probably don't even know what I did this summer because you don't care about me. You just care about letters at the end of my name. And even grown-ups think you're a loser. So maybe that's where I got it from.
All right, Violet, do we want to talk about being a grown-up? Then let's talk like grown-ups. If I hear a whiff of you misbehaving over the next school year, I assure you, you are coming back for Christmas. You are not seeing your friends and you are staying in. Violet, do you understand?
Okay, yeah, I understand. You're the best, Dad. You're the best.
Stop carrying around that ridiculous toad. And he just walks off and heads off in the direction of the room that you will be sharing as he just disappears upstairs. And you see over by the bar, Multi just on a stepladder, just wiping down the top. Would you like a butterbeer?
No. Not now. I usually would say yes, but I don't think anything would taste good right now.
Multi knows how that feels.
I wish I was with my friends right now. They're probably having... I'd rather have another concussion than be here.
Please don't do that in my bar.
Okay, well, maybe I'll give my own self a concussion so it's like I was there.
Please don't tell me that.
I can just... Whatever, maybe I should just go to sleep.
If you could do so without knocking yourself out, Multi would be appreciative of that.
Okay, but tomorrow I might try if Dad's gonna be like that again.
Again, please don't tell me that.
Okay, well, I just... Maybe give me the butterbeer. The glass is pretty heavy and I could use it to give myself... Or I'm thirsty.
I'll put it in a plastic for you.
Oh. Okay.
Just slides it across the bar and it's on the house.
Thanks. And I just get Bunny and let her have a sip.
And as you sit there, you just wait. You wait for your friends to arrive. You wait for Diagon Alley the following day. And eventually to go to Hogwarts for your first year. And up north, in Scotland, Hogwarts stands. It stands against the night sky, the moon shining down upon it. And inside its walls, teachers prepare for the students to come. Hagrid sits outside his hut, looking up at the sky, Buckbeak in the nearby pumpkin patch, and holding the small Niffler, Bill, in his giant hands as it just... He just... all right, Bill. All right. And in the top of the headmaster's tower, Professor McGonagall makes preparations for the various students coming. And the other teachers prepare in the various houses and the common rooms. And the ghosts float around the school. And on one of the 7th floor corridors, there hangs a moving tapestry. Upon it is a rather beleaguered-looking wizard attempting to teach some trolls to dance ballet, though this has abated, and all of these woven figures lie down asleep. And opposite this there stands a blank wall, though this is not always the case. For this is the entrance to the Room of Requirement, known by the house elves of the school as the Come and Go Room, and recently revealed to be the long-lost entrance to the 5th house of Hogwarts, the House of Dour Fellow. And beyond this room, and beyond the wall, the empty, dusty common room stands silent as the grave, as do the spiral stairs that lead down, down, down into the depths of the school. At their base, an ever-shifting stone labyrinth creaks and groans, navigable only by the golden thread that lines the correct path. And on the other side of this, a large, domed room, covered in dust, surrounded by columns, and in the walls, names carved into the stone. The names of the students of the 5th house, those who perished at their founder's hand. And in the room's center, there is an empty tomb. The purple books that once stood piled around it are long since gone, confiscated by auras working for the Ministry of Magic. But this place, the supposed final resting place of Daedalus Dourfellow, it is cold, eerie and full of dread. And more than this, it is quiet. But across the stone floor, almost imperceptibly at first, dust begins to move as a breeze whispers in the space. At first, it is little more than a small gust of wind, but soon it begins to build in intensity, whipping round the room in a vortex of force as dust rises in a hurricane off the floor. And this wind, this force, it seems to come from the names on the walls, as dust flies from the carvings, and as it does so, a sound can be heard. Children. Children screaming. And suddenly the air that whips around the space turns a deep, inky black, coalescing in the center of the room, a perfectly spherical ball of black air and dust as the screams continue to build and build and build. And then the voices stop, and this sphere of black substance hangs suspended in the air in the center of the 5th house in complete silence. And after a moment, there is a whisper. I'm scared. And then the sphere explodes outwards, and all is black, and something wreathed in shadow moves in the darkness. And that is where we're going to end the first session of the Children of Dourfellow.
Hated that.
Oh my goodness.
And we'll be back next week.
Did I?
Sunday, right?
Wow.
Next Sunday,
yeah,
yes.
Yes,
Sunday, yeah.
Sunday.
Cool.
Over to you, Harley.
Thank you so much.
Did I miss all the happy go fun time and then I
Nope.
show up and then
Sorry.